Welcome to the treasure room.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Prepare for vault door opening.
Well, hello again, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Feel free to come on in and hang out. Put a 1 in the chat if you can see and hear me. We are back again, which feels like all of 2 seconds to me. A few hours later after the last stream. Again, feel free to say hello right over there. Sorry for the slight delay there. I was trying to get up. not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm really pushing myself big time, but I'm just having the greatest time, everybody. Between Fallout 76, we got that done earlier. We got our 100 things. Sadly, we can't get all the things because we don't have enough tickets, which is dumb. But it's very, very cool that we go through and we could grab a bunch of the stuff that we wanted. And that helped us get the season done along the way. I might just keep working on the season, try to get more tickets next week. But probably not as diligently as I have been for the last few weeks to try to catch up and get most of that stuff before I roll out of there. But I do appreciate y'all joining me earlier, and then of course joining me right now. Feel free to hang out, relax, take it easy. We're gonna play some Skull and Bones. I've absolutely fallen in love with this game. This game is super cool, especially the Empire thing. The whole it's like a board game. You take over all the different factories, and the factories then start producing you massive resources, and then you upgrade those factories and so on and so forth. Now, one of the things that I've talked about many times across many games as the gaming tycoon is the fact that things compound. So like we get one mute fruit, right? So we get one mute fruit in Fallout 4. We say, okay, we got our one mute fruit. We put that down. All of a sudden, boom, now we got 2 mute fruit. Then we have 4. So now we just quadrupled how many we had to start with, right? Then we have 8, 16, 32, 64. Yeah, it goes big real fast, doesn't it? 128, 256, 512. By the way, also, if you notice how those numbers go, those are also the megabyte numbers of memory chips and also floppy disks. If you didn't know that, everybody, there's a mathematical thing that works out that makes it easier for them to use those particular values as they're compounding out. If you didn't know that, little secret computer knowledge there for you. But that's one of the things that happened. And now we're to that point where we have put in the work. We went in, got all the factories, and we've been upgrading and upgrading and upgrading. And now is the time where we reap those big rewards. So we're going to get in. We're going to see how our factories are doing. Now, eventually, I'm going to let them all run out so that they can all be synced. But I think we're going to be pretty well off now because, again, we've had all those factories running for quite a long time. And then I also will jump in, 12 noon. I'll jump in and just make sure everything's queued. And then I'll come back around 6 o'clock, and then I'll make sure it's queued again after my other stream. And then I don't have to do much, very much like Fallout Shelter and other mobile games where you can just jump in for 10, 15 minutes, queue a bunch of stuff up, and then you can get out and let it run, and then you come back and do the same thing. And that's called passive gaming, right? Where you're just kind of letting it run, kind of like a passive skill in like an MMO or whatever. You can just go ahead and let that run in there, or like in Enshrouded when you have a passive heal, or in this game where you have a passive heal on your ship. Very, very useful for sure. So let's say hello to everybody in the chat, and then we're going to get in there. First person I see is Demon Wolf. Sorry if anybody else said anything before there. It didn't come up in my chat, but we're going to say Demon Wolf is the first person. There's 1,000 kids caps for that. Now, don't forget to go retweet everybody. Now's a good time to go over there and show some love. I'll go ahead and throw that link in the chat. Hit that like button, hit that retweet button. Helps a lot here in the stream. What's up, Dio? Bringing in the old salute. Thanks for hanging out as well. There we go. Yes, how's everybody doing? I'm doing good. I'm pushing myself big time, man. I'm gonna tell you, I'm tired. I'm tired, but I feel like I'm getting a second wind now that I'm up and got me some ice cold water. But that's how I can go so long now. I just ice my throat all the time with some ice cold water. Helps me keep going. Good to hydrate. Thanks for that one, Dragon Wolf. I appreciate that. Hey, I am Death. What's up? Thanks for coming in. Hey, Paul. Thanks for chilling out in the channel. Putting those ones in there as well. What up, Wiz? Thanks for the ones. Appreciate it. Bringing that Kismet Lover. Landrew. Wow. I don't know if you've just been lurking in the channel for a while. I remember you. How you doing? Thanks for coming in, hanging out. Guess I'm Demon Wolf now. Oh, sorry, Dragon Wolf. You know how it goes. Again, the more tired I get, the more I butcher people's names. Now I butcher people's names even when I'm not tired, everybody. That's what's really into it. But let's stop butchering your name and let's go ahead and get into some Skull and Bones. Let's go. Oh, speaking of awesome peeps, we're getting the Kismet love train started right up, everybody. Show Landrew some love right there. That's 7 months of Prime sub love. Appreciate you guys using that Prime on the stream. Let's show some love, everybody. Also, Lady Asylum, thank you very much also for the Prime sub love. I see you did that about 4 hours ago. I appreciate that as well. And all the follows as well. Holy mackerel. A whole bunch of follows and love while I was offline. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that, by the way, everybody. When I'm offline, people are hitting the sub button over on YouTube, or you're hitting the follow button over here, or resubbing over here on Twitch. I greatly appreciate it. Remember, every penny goes right back in the stream. Working so hard right now, but I got so much stuff. I feel like I'm juggling. I'm like the juggle guy at the fair, you know, where I'm juggling like 50 things at the same time. But it's going to be awesome, though. So settle in, everybody. Settle in. We got a lot of awesome stuff lined up for sure, going on this week, next week, the week after that, my birthday week, and then a whole bunch of stuff in the future as well. I got them all just lined up, one after another, after another, after another. So I just got to do it all because I'm the guy. I'm the one, the alpha, the omega. I'm the everyone who does all the stuff. I'm the one who does the streaming. I'm the one who does the stuff behind the scenes and doing the codes and the gift cards. Still, they have not fixed those darn gift cards, everybody. I've been working on it. That's like wasting hours and hours of my time going back and forth with those people. I hope they get that solved so I can give those out so you guys can get some Skull and Bones and come and join us. I apologize on their behalf. Not my fault. Don't blame me. I was very diligent. Went in there, said, yo, yo, yo. Hopefully they get it solved soon. I'm going to follow up with them again tomorrow and see what they can do. All right, let's go, everybody. Now, right now, you can see I'm in my map here. If I hit E, I go into what's known as the Hell map. Wow, we got to re-up a lot of these. So we got to re-up our factories. We can see right here that they have this little triangle. That little triangle means that they have run out of funds. Now, I've got about 5 million silver right now, so I'm looking pretty good. So I'm just going to go ahead and refund all of these to keep these going. so that it can keep producing those pieces of 8. Now, I don't know how long it was that those rolled off while I was resting up, but oh well, we'll go with it. We'll go with whatever happens at this point. But the nice thing is they're all going to be synced. See, so if I fund them all, if they're all the same level, like they're all level 5s, they will allow me to go in and fund them all. There we go. At the same time. And they'll do what they did right here, where they all stop at the same time. And that's really what I want for all of them. I want them all to be stopped at the same time. But in the meantime, we'll have to keep re-upping them in sequence like this. The ones that are level 5s here, because the level 5s are pretty well synced up. Because when I start them, they go for about 18 hours. So 18 hours from now, they'll all roll off again. Which is good, because they'll roll off right before usually my night streams, except for tomorrow we're not streaming at night. Tomorrow is the Fridays. Try to take one day off, and mostly I take that day off so my voice can rest. And then a lot of times, that's what I'm doing. I'm resting my voice in between streams. All right, 42 there. Over here, we'll go ahead, 57. And up here, what's this? Oh, this is a level 10. Oh, sweet. 110 right there, everybody. That's going to be going. Boom. That's 32,000 versus 70,000 or 80,000, what it used to be. And that's going to run for 2 days. It's going to run for a really, really long time, which I like to see. Then over here, again, we want to constantly keep that production going. It's all about making sure it doesn't stop and make sure that it doesn't fill up. We don't want our locations to fill up either. Then we can zoom all the way out. We see a green dot, we know it's running. If we see a yellow dot, that means it's full. And if we see a red triangle, that means that it needs to be funded. If we see a dark red triangle, by the way, that means that we didn't defend it now. I hate those defense things. I think they're dumb. But that's just me. What do I know about gaming, everybody? I've been doing it only for 50 years. Yeah, I think it's funny every time. But wow, that still has 3 hours and 37 minutes. I forget how long I queued. I must have queued that for like 6-7 hours. Holy mackerel. All right, that's going to run for quite a long time. Let's go ahead and set a timer to remind us later on. Hey Siri, set a timer for 3 hours, 37 minutes, and 20 seconds called Rum. And you might notice I added a little extra time, and that's so it can completely run out before it warns me that I need to come and re-up it again. Let's go check the supply network over here and see what we got. Let's see, we got some Granby, and we got Dudester. All right. And we can get our supply deal, maybe? Yes. Can we get 2 supply deals? No. All right, that's okay. We'll go ahead and do this supply deal real quick. And I think I have a bunch of forts that I need to do. And I kind of go through and do this. Now, I did work on some stuff off stream. I'm going to show you here in just a moment. But let's get all of our basics going. We've got a rum going over there. Let's go up here. There we go. So that was St. Anne, and of course our whole world of factories. I have all 76 factories. I was going to save it until I got my my quest thing done, or my events done, or challenges, or whatever it's called, done, and then use that Coast of Africa helm lease to get the last one. But I just happened to be lucky off stream. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Where I just happened to get that one. Even though I had the 75 other ones, I happened to get the last one as the as a PvP. So I went over there and I was hoping nobody else joined it, and nobody did. So I got it. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. But that happened off stream, everybody. And that sometimes does happen. Very rarely do I play games off stream, but this is one of those games that you can just kind of pop in. Again, queue all this stuff up so that when I come in here now, it's got a whole lot of stuff already done. And again, that's what I like about it. I think that's probably one of my favorite parts, if not my favorite part, is that I can queue a bunch of stuff up, AFK, or just completely jump out of the game, and then do a bunch of other stuff, and then come back, which is cool. Also, speaking of other things, so we have our rum going. Now, this is our laboratory over here. This is for making snuff, which is basically like tobacco. And then opium as well, which you can see. Look at that, 1 hour and 58 minutes. Nice. Hey, Siri, set a timer for 1 hour, 58 minutes, and 10 seconds called opium. And there we go. And we also got to remember to take our medicine, too. You can see I've got those timers running. Those timers are very, very useful in the fact that they remind me of things, and I don't have to remember them. And it'll just automatically say, look, this is a thing, this is a thing, this is a thing. Another thing that's going to happen in about an hour let's see, hour and 38 minutes is going to be the reset. Hey, Siri, create a timer for an hour and 38 minutes called reset. And there we go. Now we got a timer for that. Now the reset is when this board resets over here. The supply network resets, and we can get more supplies every 2 hours on the hour. So it's apparently we found out that also in Europe it is because it's daylight savings time. You might be on an odd hour. For the U.S., it just reset at 10 o'clock, and then it's going to reset again at 12 midnight for me. Okay, we've got to go talk to this vendor. So I have a supply deal, and what I'm going to do is just run over here and very easily buy some of those supplies you see me converting back there at my Helm office. So this is something you really got to stay diligent about if you want to fund all of these different locations. Like you saw that I funded it, but the way I funded it was I did a lot of this, did this supply quest. Now, because I don't have a lot of slots, I have a bunch of raids I want to do, or castle sieges, or however you want to call it. Plunders is what they call it in this game. What I did is I only have one slot empty to do my quest. So I chose the supply deal, and that supply deal is going to show me where the vendor is, right? The supply vendor guy. And now I can go ahead and take another one because they're usually in the same location, especially if they've reset at the same time. So I can literally just go out of here, and now look, I've got a second one. And I can turn that in, and then the supply deal gets me 72 sugarcane. So I usually get about 144 of whatever it is, a kind of combination of 72 of this, 72 of that, or sometimes they're both sugarcane, and I get 144. Now, we do have a bunch of extra ones in here, but to do all of these would be pretty tedious right now because we don't have a lot of slots to grab that. So the smarter thing for us to do is to go do our fort takeovers and then come back, or fort plunders, and then come back to it as well. Now, when I'm rolling through an area, you'll see me just full out spend a whole lot of cash like this. Cogwheel, wood tar, get all of that. And I just buy everything I run into. And why do I do that? Well, I do that now because they constantly, my ship is overweight, they constantly... asking me to do buyouts. So I can go ahead and just give them like 30 of this and 50 of that and 30 of that. Also use it for when I'm making ships or doing upgrades, things of that nature. So those things are very, very useful to have, so I can do the easy buyouts at the top of the hour. So we definitely want to keep all of that going. We've got this. What are we missing there? We're missing our food in there. Yeah, we don't have our food. Let's get our food in there, right there, and then we need like stamina food here. Let's say 40 of that. There we go. Now, how do I know that was off? Because it should be a full row and two. This is typically what I run with. I'm trying to run a little leaner than I've been running, just to keep the weight down on my ship. Now, right now, I'm on the D-Howl. That's right, the little raft one. You're like, Kevin, why are you on that ship? Well, I'm on this ship so that I can utilize all my other ships to go and pick up my stuff. Now, I'm going to show you something really cool that I did, and I actually have a spreadsheet for it right back here, which we'll talk about here in just a second. You know, I love my spreadsheets, everybody. So we can go in and we can change ships. Now, I want to go to what's known as the super looter, but you can see, if you can see the little icons, that all of these are currently on a manufacturing, meaning that it's going and automating the process of picking up your pieces of 8. So it's running over there and picking them up and running them back to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just find one that's already kind of low, like this one right here. And then I got to look through all of these to find the super looter. There we go. And actually, I found if you click and then click again, you don't even have to hold down the button. I just discovered that the other day. If I click and then click again, it'll just assign it and then unassign it, which is very, very useful, everybody. Very, very useful if you're trying to do that. Now, once I have it unassigned from the factories, I can then go ahead and change ships. Now, it's really annoying because it usually puts it way at the bottom, so I have to like track it down wherever the heck it is. There we go. I hope they definitely fix that, where that any ones that are not part of the manufacturers, they come to the top. That would be useful regardless of level or number. They just come to the top there. That would be great. Now, this is the super looter. This is what I use for running here and there. So I got that one, and then the other one is going to be my Wings of Destiny right here. There we go. Move all the cargo to that one. Now this one I've actually upgraded, and it has 85,000 cargo over here somewhere. There we go. 85,000 cargo. We used to have 80, so an additional 5,000, which really helps me when I have a lot of various quests. Now if I go over to the super looter over here, wherever she wandered off to, the super looter. There she is. If I go to the super looter here, you can see that that I've upgraded it. Now, it's interesting that it says upgrade level 2 of 6 in here. I just noticed this earlier. I was wondering why my speed boost wasn't working. And I thought I had upgraded it to level 3 of 6. And it says upgrade level 2 of 6. There, but if I go and I talk to the NPC makes it look like it's 3 of 6. I'll show you. I'll show you right over here. And we're going to run down here to the thing. Again, I have the sound off on purpose. Follow up, follow up, follow up. That's true, Dio. That's exactly, if you notice, that's what I'm doing, right? Follow up, follow up. That's a really good deep cut right there. I'm gonna give you a whole bunch of kiss cat for that one. That's a Kismet deep cut right there. Man, you sound just like my mentor. What's up, Rotisserie G? Hey, Rotisserie G. TM wanted us to work together either tonight or next week, where we work on some of these big events. So, you know, get fired up for it. All right, yeah, so I went to upgrade the ship. And so I go to Super Looter here, and it says upgrade level 3 of 6. But now that I'm looking at it, I think what it's trying to tell me is that the upgrade level is 3 of 6 after I upgrade it, and not right now. Because right now it says upgrade level there, and I think that this is what I currently have, but that's not true. So I just learned that, and also someone gave me that feedback over on the Skull and Bones thing, because I gave them a feedback that, hey, wait a minute, this is not working, and they're right. It's not the right upgrade, and the way I figured that out was I was doing a whole lot of ships. And if you go ahead and look at my ships, I went through and actually realized I'm missing a ship, everybody. I thought you can only have 11 ships, but I was missing a ship in the counting of my ships. And that's what this whole thing is all about. Now, I'm going to make it bigger, obviously, so you guys can see it a bit better. I'm going to move myself over here and kind of push this way over. There we go. So I'm not blocking it too much over here, and I'll just put it like this. There we go, so I can point at stuff like this. Right here we have our various ship levels, and this is how much each of these can pick up based on the actual ship level itself. Now, your ship level is based on your weapons, your armor, and your furniture. How many of those you have, what quality level they are. That is the actual real level of the game. Not your character, not your kingpin level. I mean, that allows you to buy better weapons and items and whatnot. But the ship is your primary character. Keep that in mind. So your ship needs to be equipped. And then, of course, ships that I'm sending out to pick up pieces of 8 also need to be of a certain level so they don't get damaged and whatnot. They have different risk levels that can happen. But I actually just apply it based on the actual number of caps that it can pick up. So if that particular location, like it needs a level 7 boat, well, I can pick any of those and use any of those without any worry because it's going to be low risk. So if it has 420 caps, I'll use a level 9. If it has 610 or pretty close to 610, I'll use a level 11 or 12. That's what that whole chart is right up there. And it is very effective, and I came up with it. You're welcome. Saving you tons and tons of time. It's pretty awesome, as a matter of fact. It does help me a lot. I actually have this on a note up here on the left. So if you see me looking up there, that's me trying to figure out the calculation. So say there's around 1,300 pieces of 8 at that location, and the minimum level of ship is 7, just to make it where we can use any ship. Well, if we look at one that's 1,300, we can say, oh, well, we could send this one and it would gather 1,000 and not quite have enough. It'd have 40 left over, right? But this one here, you can see that it is 1,260, so it's going to be about 40, pretty close, right? But it'd have to do it 3 times, and that's okay. So we would just set it at level 9. It would go get 420 and come back to 420 again, and then 420 again, and get really, really close to that 1,300. And that's what this chart is for. It allows me to see, okay, what number am I at? Okay, which one should I choose if I could choose any of them? Now, some of them are going to be like, no, you got to have a level 10 at least, or you got to have a level 9. And if that's the case, then I just use the level 9. Or if there's not enough pieces of 8, I don't assign it at all, because you can only make 40 ships. Now, some people have been saying that they've been losing their primary ship, so I highly recommend not maxing out your ships. So what I did is I went in and made a bunch of ships, but I did not max them out. You can see here that the reason why I thought it was only 11 ships is the fact that it doesn't list the DHAL as one of the ships that you can actually craft. So there is 12 ships in the game. How do I know? I went and double checked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And there they all are. So again, the DHAL, the beater, the Hulk, the cutter, the barge, the sloop, the patty, as we like to call it, of course, the snow, which I'm using, it's called Wings of Destiny, and the brigantine, my primary brigantine, the super looter, the Sambuc, the brick, and then the new one called the brig. So there are 12 ships in the thing. I also went through every single ship, everybody. There's a lot of ships, too. And rename them roving, which is what the R stands for, number 1, and then what kind of roving ship it is. In this case, I made them all brigantines. So I have basically 23 brigantines that I made since the reset, everybody. Since Season 2, that's its sole job to go pick up loot. Now, all the stuff that I'm not using, I also went in and upgraded these enough to where we have them at different levels and they can pick up pieces of 8 for us at different levels. That's why I'm using all of those. Now, also, if I suddenly say, you know what, I want to go ahead and use the Sambuc. Well, boom, I've got the Sambuc there. I've also changed the names of all of the basic ones as well with a B, B1, B2, B3, based on the numbers here. Of each ship that I have. So if I am looking for the Sambuc, I can go ahead and find that as B10-Sambuc, because I gave it the name, because it no longer tells you both names when you're switching. So if I switch, let me get out of here. If I switch ships and I say change ships, you can see I've got a ton of ships. But if I roll over them, and I'll move over here, you can see it says B5 barge, or it'll say B12 brig, or it'll say BR19 brigantine. So it actually tells me what the name of the ship is when I roll over it. And our Sambuc is in here somewhere. I just saw it. Yeah, right there, B10 Sambuc. So I can find it very easy. Now, of course, the icons look different because of the different types of ship, but I don't know them all by icon, everybody. I just know them by name. And normally what it would do is it would tell you this, and then it would have a sub-name down below, like whatever you named it, and then it would say Sambuc, I don't know, but they took that out. So it's hard for me to know which ship is what with what. But the two that I do use is this one, the Snow, which is very tanky, and then the other one. So that was my issue, everybody. That was my issue, that I actually have not upgraded it to level 3. I thought I did, but it's actually level 2. It was just very confusing in the menu where it says that it looks like I'm level 3. So we definitely want to get that upgrade going for our super looter to go a bit faster as well. So we got to do all that stuff. Now we have some opportunities just came up here. Now the only opportunities that I'm doing are the buyouts, which are the green ones. So I'm going to go ahead and look and see if there's any buyouts. No buyouts. And so I'm just going to ignore it. Now I can do the legendary heist. There's actually 2 of 3 on there right now. Let's see, anybody else on there? I wonder if I could track it and see who's actually on there. Yes, I can track it and see who's on there without me actually joining it. I didn't know you could do that. That's cool. I just learned that. I just thought of it. I never thought of doing that before. All right, but I'm not going to be doing that because we got some other things that we're going to be doing instead. Oops. We're going to be doing instead like managing our resources. So one of my favorite things to do now that I have everything queued up and everything is running and I have all these ships that can go pick up loot, we're going to go through and use that chart I was just talking about that's up here at the top where it gives me the ship level and then the amount that it picks up times 2 times 3. And so if I need to go 3 times, it doesn't matter to me. It'll go 15 minutes, come back, 15 minutes, go back. It'll do that in the background without me having to do it. So you're basically automating the pickup of your pieces of 8. So let's start with this one right here, 612. Perfect. What is the minimum rank? Rank 10. And if we go look at rank 10 here, we can see that right down here, 510. So pretty close. Now, if we want to get even more, we could go higher if we wanted to. Like right now, we've got this one right here, the Patty, which is just sitting in the dock, because we can see it says docked right there. And that would be even closer because that's going to do 610. It's going to be off by 3. So now's a good time to go get it, and boom, off it goes. And it's going to take about 20 minutes until we get that ship back again and we can use it elsewhere. And that's okay. Some of them take 5 minutes, some of them take 10 minutes, some take 20 minutes. Now here at Pemby, we look at this. Okay, this one requires a rank 12. And a rank 12 will pick up 610, except for it's not even close to 610, so we're just going to opt out of that one. Right here, 511. What's the minimum? 10, all right? So minimum ship rank, so it doesn't get damaged. Because the ships will get damaged, then you have to repair them, but they cost silver, so it's not too bad. But I believe you do lose some of your pieces of 8, so let's try not to lose some of our pieces of 8. And then right here, this is, again, perfect. Look at that, 510. It has 511. Go pick that up for me. Off it goes. And again, it's nice to have all my ships organized now as well. Oh, there he is. Pretty cool, though, right? I love that every single time it does that. Very cool. He's got his own cool command, everybody, for donating to charity, everybody. Show TM some love in the chat. Love that. Yes, I think when I heard that sound, I was like, man, that is the perfect one for TM. And I added that in. All right, so here, rank 9 on this one, 603. Now, obviously, we wait till level 10, wait till it gets to 610, and then we could use a level 12 on it. We might just do that. Let's just let it run here for a little bit, and we'll wait till it gets to 610. This one's 410. So, again, it only requires a level 8, and level 8s will give us 340. So we can go ahead and let that run. It'll have 70 left over. That's okay. It'll do a lot of that work for us. So this is like the first thing I like to do when I come in, get the general gist of it here, and then assign random ships. It doesn't matter what ship I assign it to, but I don't have enough ships ever. If I make every single ship, I'd have 40 ships, and there's 76 locations. So the smarter thing to do is not even bother naming them the location like I tried to do. The best thing to do is just name them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I started doing. And then, of course, all my base ships, I name them after, basic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have one of every ship in case I need one of those ships or I want to try a loadout or something like that with those ships. They're very easy to find in these ships. But there you go. So I set that running, and that's going to be going for so many minutes. Then over here is 718. Again, now we can look at 718 and say, okay, what rank does it need? 10. So I can go ahead and send it and just get 510 now and leave 200 in there. That's fine. Or I can send a level 12, and that'll get 610. And that's really what I want to do. I want to go get as much as it possibly can, because in 20 minutes, it's going to be back up again, and I can use it somewhere else. And so I try to get as much as I possibly can. And here's a 658 over here. Do we have a level 11 that we can use? Because level 11 and 12 both pick up 610. So we'll send a level 11 in there. That'll go grab that one. This one's 390. So again, this is level 7. So 390 would be a great level 8 that I can send, which would be 340. Now I made a level 7 to see how much it picks up. It picks up 240. So if we go in there and there's one that just has about 240 left over, or more than 240, we can send the level 7 if it lets us. This location does, because it says, again, up here at the very top, it says the recommended ship rank is 7. But we want to get as close as we can, so we're going to say level 8. And we're going to have it go get it. Now, I don't leave them on here. I will, after they fill back up, I will then just keep switching them wherever it's most appropriate. Now, I'm going to go a little faster. I'm going to look at this number and then look at how many pieces of 8, and then I'm going to assign it based on how many pieces of 8 that currently has. Now, what I'm trying to do is get the pieces of 8 as fast as possible so I can upgrade, and then eventually I will just let them fill. And then come back, especially after I sync them eventually. But right now, again, a level 10 is going to go get 5 10. It's going to leave 15 left over. It's going to take about 20 minutes. So we'll go ahead and let that run. Now I'm going to speed up. I hope you don't mind. Again, looking at 8, looking at 520 there. I'm going to look at 9 here, which is going to go ahead and get 420. All right, there you go. And it also jumps all the way around, all over the place. This is a 10. Again, this is how I play when I'm not on stream, everybody. This one's right here. If we could do level 7, yep, we could go ahead and have the level 7 go get 240 and bring that back. And then we'll have that available straight away. I could do a level 6, but some of these, you know, they're not going to let me do anything below level 7 without potentially risking damage to my ships. And again, there's no point for me to risk the damage on my ship right now. Rank 8, and again... do we have any 8s left? No, all out of 8s. And that's not quite enough. It's 338 instead of 340. So we'll let that run for a little bit. We might come back, snatch that up, or we might just let it run until it fills up. Now, the level 5s, which is what I have most of mine at, usually fill at 1,000. So that's why I like to come back and keep them busy. Now, if they're all level 10s, I wouldn't have to do that. I could let them run for days on end and then not have to worry about it. But right here, I do like to check in. So again, I'm getting those 8s as quickly as possible, and then I don't have to do it. The I don't have to do it part is my favorite part because I have done it. I have gone in and again, 2 hours and 3 hours, collecting all of those pieces of 8 over and over and over again just to get to where I am now. But now I don't have to, and I really appreciate them creating the whole fleet system. I saw a really great suggestion, too, where they had kind of like a spreadsheet of all your ships, what they're doing, you know, what rank they are, what rank they need to be at that location and all that. That was really cool. I gave that a thumbs up over there on their forum because that would be awesome. More, instead of doing this where you have to go into the sub menu every time to get this going, you can go ahead and do this. Now, again, this is another one. So if I had a rank 8, it would do 340, and then it would do 680. See, 680 over there is pretty close. So I can wait for a level 8 to come back up again in about 15 minutes, 12 minutes. Oh, 27, 25, 20, 23, 22 seconds. Now I'm going to watch and see if that re-ups again because I might have put it in there and then it's going to actually run twice. Let's see what happens in 15 seconds as well. You should show. I did see that at TM. Thank you very much. Oh, Dragon Wolf with the Polypop reward. Well, there you go. 1,000 kiss caps for you guys doing that long running joke in my stream as well. There we go. All right. So it is done and we can reassign it. And so what we can do is put it here when it hits 680. So right now we'll go ahead and just assign it and then it will be assigned there. And then it will go do the first round. And while it's doing the first round, it could potentially get to 340 by the time it's done in 10 minutes. And depending on how fast it's financing. And then it will go a second time, which is pretty cool. So again, we'll let that run over here. 335. What do we got? 495 there. Almost a level 10. But again, we'll just run a level 9. We'll run our Hulk over there to do it. Again, I love the fact that you can use your low-level ships, and they are actually useful. Then over here, our level 7 is what I would use right here, which would be 240. It's currently in use. All right, so I checked all of those, and then some of these had run off, too, so we have to wait for them to get going. See, look, that actually looks like it's empty, but it's got 443. And so we can go in here and say, oh, well, I want to get 420. But you can see that it says medium risk. And there's no real reason for me to risk it. I can just go ahead and wait for it to fill up to 610 and then run a level 12 over there when it's filled up. Over here, again, see this requires level 12. If it says requires level 12, you should look over here. If it doesn't say 610, just back out of it and wait for it to fill up to 610. This one here requires a level 10, 414. The level 10 is going to give us 510. So again, we're just going to back out and let that run. Now, I did come in here earlier and grab a bunch of this, which is why this is not completely full. And I'm going to dazzle you here in just a moment. Again, this takes a ship rank 7, but the actual rank 10 is going to be the closest to 548. It's going to be 510. So let's just go ahead and send it to level 10. Again, I think you guys are getting the gist of it now. Again, I'm just going to go ahead and speed up here and see what we can do. Again, level 5, so we could send level 8, but we don't have one available. And I just come back to those later. 540, all right, that's pretty good. We can do a 510 there. Look, that one requires only ship rank 3, everybody. It's weird that some of these other ones require such a low level. And again, since my 8s are being used, I basically want to think of anything that's 420 above, because those are the ships I have now, and skip anything that's not at least 420 and above. So let's go here. No, those have all been picked up. Over here. All right, there's one that's less than 420. Okay, level 6, so we'll put a level 10 on there. Oops, not level 10, sorry, level 9 to go ahead and do it. This one's 600, so we can go ahead and use, and you can see my Sambuc is back now, so I could use that. That's 610, it's going to leave 58 in there. Again, and then I can just, let it build up and come back to it. This is a good one. 840. Right over here is actually a level 9 ship twice, right? So it's 420 and 420 again. But if I do that, it's going to, of course, have a chance of it losing some of my 8s and then get damaged. So what I'm going to do is just use either a level 10 or a level 12. I'm currently on my Wings of Destiny, so we'll just use the Super Looter to do it. It's going to take about 15 minutes, and then we'll get our ship back that we could use. And then over here, 379. It takes at least a level 9. Level 9 is 420, so that's not enough to match that up. Well, though, we'll just let it build up. Come back to it later. Right here, we need at least a level 9. A level 9 will be 420 twice, right? Yeah, and a level 8 over here, again, if we had level 8, it would be 340, and then end up at 680, which would leave about 100. But again, I might as well just go pick it up right now. And then when it does hit that level, it'll pick it up for me automatically again. Over here, these ones here, there we go, require level 12. So you got to watch out for that. Again, this will be extreme risk, meaning that it'll probably get damaged. So we'll just wait until some of these 12s roll off. We've got about 11 minutes on those, 8 minutes on a few of them. And again, we can just always come back to it later on. Another one that's going to require a level 12 or a level 11 in this case, but it doesn't matter. We don't have any right now. I'm going to let those run. These ones down here are ridiculous, everybody. This one's rank 14, which is higher than you can make a ship in the game. They definitely should shrink that down to 13 at least. I can understand 13, but making it 14 is just like giving the player a middle finger. I think it's a huge middle finger. Now, if you saw the last time we were playing yesterday, right at the end, I had around 500 pieces of 8. Do you notice how many pieces of 8 I have today, one day later? It's up there. Yes, I have 117,000, everybody. So I went from 500 to 117,000. Now, how did I do that? Well, this is reaping the benefits of compounding, where we are doing one location, then we're doing 2 locations, and we're upgrading those locations, and those locations allow us to do more, and then now we have 4, and we have 8, and we have 16, and we have 76 locations that are producing pieces of 8. So instead of me logging in and having like 1,000 or 2 pieces of 8, which is what I've been doing this whole entire time, because we've been doubling it up and doubling it up so much for so long, for over a week, now we're reaping those rewards. Now as our hard work has paid off, and we're literally making hundreds of thousands of pieces of 8. Now, what do I want to do with those hundreds of thousands of pieces of 8? Well, you can upgrade your helm table, which is something I would definitely do. Upgrade that helm table big time, like we're going to go over here. I'm going to show you my helm table here. Are you going to join us, Rotisserie G? Let me know in the chat. I'll let TM know as well. I'll pass it on to him. Oh, helm table back here. So you want to upgrade all of these items in the helm table eventually, and that's going to basically give you a huge boost. You also can do kind things for your buddies, like TM did for me, and also Rotisserie G, hanging out and battling it out, where you can say, hey, here's a ship, oh, you need a gun? Here's a gun for your ship. Here's some armor, extra armor I have. And you can trade all that stuff. You just can't trade pieces of 8. But you can, in theory, if you think about it. Hey, just tell me what ship, weapon you want, or just tell me what furniture you want. I'll go and make it for you. I'll go buy it for you from the helm store, and then you can. It's not bound on pickup like like in MMOs. You can just pick up that gun and hand it to your buddy, and your buddy can then get leveled up as well from your success. And that's what I plan to do. Everybody needs anything, just like they help me, I'm going to help them back. That's why I'm working so hard in the long run. Now, also, you can see that I have upgraded every single one already, so I don't need to do that anymore. I've already done that with my last round of about 50,000 pieces of 8, and then, of course, I used some of my pieces of 8 from last season in this season because I could carry over 300,000 to do those upgrades early, so I was producing more per location. So, again, kind of an early investment. Instead of investing in the actual locations, I invested in the upgrades first, which really helps a lot. Really helps a lot in that, and if I had to do it all over again, I'd do the same exact thing, because it worked out perfect now, where in the second week, we are absolutely dominating. By the way, already diamond tier. And so incredibly far beyond the diamond tier. Right here, you need like 30,000 to get the diamond tier, and I have 64,000. Out of everybody who's playing the game right now. This is seasonal, by the way, everybody. This is not just this week. I am 175 out of thousands and thousands of players, everybody. Kismet been kicking butt. Big time. Now, do I need to be number 1? No, I do not. You know why? Because I got other things to do in my day. I'm a gamer, and I'm a cartographer, but I don't have that much time, and I really don't have that much energy. I've been putting way too much time into this game. Way too much time. But I love the whole fleet management. I think they got that right. That's their best thing. So I'm done for the season, everybody. I got all my sovereigns. You can see that's what happens when you do the diamond thing here. It's all about collecting those pieces of 8. That's your goal, everybody. Your goal is to collect as many pieces of 8 per season as you can. And then, of course, get all the other loot along the way where you're getting your seasonal loot. You're getting your challenges unlocked and all of that stuff to upgrade your ships to stronger ships. So you can see I'm doing quite well. So I've got my upgrades done. Now, what else could I do with it? Well, I could go buy a bunch of weapons and armor and whatnot, even stronger weapons and armor, or craft them and make my ships even stronger. All my ships that are picking up stuff, I could go in and do upgrades on them as well, so they'll be even stronger then. But for right now, the smarter thing for me to do is to reinvest again. That's right, reinvest in my locations. So if I go look at my locations, and we'll see how we're doing, we're looking good. I can go in and say, you know what? I want to upgrade the areas in which I'm getting the biggest boost. Right here is 37%. Some of these are funding at near 100 or at 100. You see this one's 94. Which one of these is insane? This one's 94. They're over 100. This one right here. The Sangdad is probably one of the highest ones I've ever seen in the game, 138 per hour, everybody. That one's just absolutely knocking out of the park. It is a level 10. And so I've gone in, and, oh no, sorry, it's a level 9. And now I need to go in and make it a level 10. And now it will be funding at 148 per hour, which is pretty epic. So now we got that one level 10 as well. And again, we can just keep looking. Look, 123 per hour. I don't know why this one is so boosted versus all the other ones. I don't know what their math is for making that work. but I'm just going to roll with it. So we've got the two sections that have 37% right here. This is the first one I usually do, the red aisle one. Get it to level 10, boost it by doing all your upgrades on your table. 37% extra pieces of 8, which means that's 37% that's boosting you. Right now, producing overall about 6,000 pieces of 8 per hour. In every hour, I make 6,000 pieces of 8. I know, pretty awesome, right? Pretty amazing, and it's only going to get more here in a minute. And then I got this one over here because I looked to see which zones, which ones are the boosted the most. And it tells you right up there at the top under East India. So this is 37%. Now, the next one that's 37% is this one over here, which is kind of an odd choice. It used to be over there on Africa, but that's 30% now. So these are the 3 highest boosted areas by your table boosts, right? And so in this area, there's actually only 3 of them, and I already have one of them at max, which is our Fort Granby, which is producing opium at 118 pieces of 8 per hour. So pretty awesome. So we're going to go to Granby here now, and we have 115,000, everybody. It's one of my favorite parts of the game, of any game, is when you can just go and go hog wild. So that's what we're going to do, everybody. We're going to go hog wild. We're going to get that sucker all the way to 10. I love it every single time. Let's turn the sound on. And there we go. We've got that to level 10. Granby now at level 10, now funding at 123 per hour. Over here at the Weaver, currently at 107. And if we go in and just go hog wild on this one, I love that sound of it upgrading. Right over there, when we go to fund it again, it'll be 128 per hour there as well. So that one's going to be very, very boosted as well. So over 100 per hour on each of those. Now, the great thing about this also is when you get to level 10, it's 4,500 capacity, and it runs for 2 hours. And, well, in this case, I had it going, just started a minute ago. But it's 2 hours and 1 day, right? Basically, it's 2 hours, or this is how much it has left, 2 hours and 23 minutes. So when I queue it up again, now that it's a level 10, it will go for 2 days. That's right. I don't have to queue it up for, 18 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours, none of that crap anymore. I can let it run for days on end. And actually, the cost of running it is very low compared to how much it was last season. So there we go. All of those done. Now, once I have my 37% done, there's another one that needs to be funded right over here. Now, look, that one's level 9. We might as well just, again, spend that cash. Boom, send it to level 10 before we re-up it again. And now it's at 86, and boom, that's going to be running for 2 days and 1 hour down there as a level 10. So pretty sweet. One of the things that I did do is I went in and I upgraded all of the fort ones. And we zoom out, we can see all the fort ones here. I upgraded all of those first. Now, some of these, like capital cities, I haven't done yet. But I did all of the fort ones because they produce a lot. And also, they cost me a lot. They cost me my helm leases that I did. So there we go. So we got all those going. Now, again, what would be the next section I would do? Well, I'd come down here to the red aisle, and I'd look for a 30%, and then also look for a place that's convenient if I want to go manually pick it up, which I like doing this kind of run right here, and manually picking them up. I would go ahead and then pick this 30%. And there's other places that have 30%, but I would go ahead and pick the one that is closest to St. Anne, and this runs pretty quick, especially if you have the super looter or the brigantine. You can run around there and get her done pretty quickly. So again, really fun to just spend that cash. And it was like 54, 43. Now, see, if we get to rank 7, we can unlock 60 per hour there. So we're just going to go and just do that all the way up. Because it doesn't do me any good to have those pieces of 8 in that upper right-hand corner, right? It doesn't do me any good sitting over there doing that. All right, so now instead of 52, we can do 72. And we'll have to wait for that to re-up. But once it re-ups in 17 hours and 17 minutes, we can do it for that higher rate. Now, when you do this, by the way, sometimes the recommended ship rank goes up, and sometimes it does not. I do find that sometimes it just stays at the same rank. Now, I don't know what their thought process is of that. I don't know. I didn't remember. I don't make the games, everybody. I just play them. But over here, what do we got? Hostile takeover, not a buyout. If it's not a buyout, then I don't bother to do it. because I already have all the locations. Now, if this legendary heist was closer, or if my team needed it, I would go do that. If my team needs a location, like if they say, hey, I want to get this location, Kismet, I'll jump into it too, and then help them get that location. So that's really, really fun. Also, I have a bunch of quests. My team who are listening, I do have a bunch of quests for Fort Duluth again and Grand Fort. So make sure to grab those before they reset here in about an hour. If you've got any of those, we're going to run some of those after I'm done kind of doing all this stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and do some more upgrades. So now Fort Duluth over here, level 10, can hold 4,500 and run for several days. Let's go ahead and do the same thing with Du Bois. Right now, we can either do 57 or 45. Let's see what happens when we get it all the way up. And you can see we're doing big numbers down here, too. 5,000 there at the top area. So now we look. Now we can do 72 per hour. So after that 17 hours is over, we'll do 72 per hour. So, and again, it can hold a tremendous amount. It can hold a tremendous amount in there, 4,500. So we could let it run for the full 18 hours and then pick it up after that. And that's really my long-term goal, is to be able to set it and forget it, which, you know, is one of my favorite things to do in gaming. Is just to set it running for several days and come in and reap the rewards. Now, we actually have three 30% up here. And then over here, we have some 30%. Now, this is actually a higher end area over here. And it has more locations, I feel, in the thing than these do. These have 3 or 4 or 3 there. So I'm actually going to work over here next, because I just did it over there in the Red Isle because it's nearby where I usually hang out. But I definitely want to do it here by where the primary city is. And the one that's 30% by the primary city is this one here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one next. And again, I'm just going to burn every bit of pieces of 8 because this just makes it more. Now, normally I do it whenever I'm re-upping the thing. So this way I can build it up and then immediately get that benefit of being able to fund it at that higher rate. But in this case, there's no reason to wait. Just burn them up, everybody. Burn them up. Now, again, if I want to equip my ship, I do want to save some, but I want to get them all to 10 first. And then what I call sync them, where I let them all run off, and I just keep them all off until every last one of them has run off. And then I go through all of them and then queue them all up. And then what it will do is it'll go 24 hours and 1 hour, which is really, 48 hours and 1 hour, which is very annoying, everybody. So 2 days and 1 hour, which means that if I started, if I sync it all up for 10 o'clock, next time it'll be 11 o'clock. And then the next time it'll be 12 o'clock. And the next time it'll be 1 o'clock. And so it'll slowly creep its way forward to where it's getting later and later and later in the day. Now, we usually play until 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning. So if it does creep forward, I can just creep forward with it for like a week or so and then just let it run off and then come back the following night and then do it. So I'll have a whole day of production lost, but it'll be fine, everybody. It's better if it's more convenient for me, so I don't have to do what I'm doing now and log in like at 12 noon and then at 6 o'clock and then at 10 o'clock to keep all these going. It's better to have them all synced up with each other because it's less work, right? Less of my time needs to be invested in keeping all of it going. So let's go ahead and upgrade this one. So again, we're going to burn every last pieces of 8 that we can. And the cool thing is, it's making me more right now. Times 76. All right, that's as much as we can do. We're at 400 right now. 4,000 we need. We're at 3940. And it's kind of good to have a little extra in case you're working on your... Oh, wait, we got 340 more. Right over there. All right. Now, if you notice, it doesn't give me that option, even though it did upgrade the thing. Usually you have to escape out and then come back in again for it to recognize that you have those additional 4,000. There we go. And I'm just going to burn that. Bam. Because there's a whole bunch of them right now still on their way back. And we can see that by looking at all the ones. Oh, no, actually, they all rolled off. You can see if they're grayed out in here, they're still going. But they actually all finished. Pretty awesome. Perfect timing. So now what we do is we sweep all of these again now that we have the opportunity to go ahead and run some more. So 434 requires at least a level 12. I wish it told you this, like right here, ship rank 12. And then also it told you exactly how much time is left in just rolling over it instead of me have to go in there. If I could just do this and see what level it requires and then see the time that is left on the manufacturing that's running, that would be super, super useful. Instead of me having to roll over it, hit the space bar 76 times, everybody. It really sucks. As well as if I want to see the thing, I have to click on the little sub menu over there. So it should say recommended ship rank, and then also have the amount of time left. So I don't have to go in here and look at the one at the bottom here. This should be in this rollover option. And I gave him that feedback of, hey, it should show us that stuff. All right, this one's got 610, so we just use a level 12. Right over here, we'll use the patty to go get that 610. So again, still going to get more. Now these should be below my minimum requirement here, which is actually around 240 with the level 7. But usually I look for 340. Like right there, there's a 340. What does it require? Level 7. Awesome. We can go ahead and just use a level 8 because the level 8 is going to be right close to it, and it's going to leave 7. I don't lose that 7, by the way. It'll just stay in there until I collect it again later on. 110, 48, 87, 93. Again, I'm going to go way faster, everybody. Again, we're looking for at least... I try to aim for a minimum of the level 8s, which is 340. But I do have the level 7 now. Which I didn't realize that I didn't have the barge ship. I never made the barge ship, and that's why my count was off. But I made it now, and now I call it B5-barge. That's the actual model number of it, or the model name is barge. Kind of like, Ford Taurus, right? The Taurus is the actual name of it. Let's go ahead and click that, and then we'll go get it 240 for us right there. So we get that little bit. Again, I feel like it's very useful to have them of different levels like that. Very, very useful. This one could do 340 if we could do a level 8, and we sure can, without potentially losing. Oh, I did a level 9. I was like, wait, that didn't kick in. There we go. Oh, man, that made my brain hurt for a second. 239, don't need that. A 324, not quite enough. It should be 340. And 340, there's 340 there. What did require? Rank 6. All right, so we'll send a level 8 on that one. And you get the general idea, I believe, by now. Again, another 340 there, so we add another level 8. Those level 8s get used up fast, don't they? I've only actually got 3 of them still, level 8. Now, what I can also do, by the way, is take some of the furniture and stuff off these level 9s, which I may do. Let's go into a few of those. And kind of reduce the ranking down. The way you do that is I change ship. I'm just going to go to one that's random here. I'm just going to go to this one. Oh, actually, I have to, I got to unequip them. So I'm going to go to this one. I'm going to go ahead. I'll have a 9 there that I could use. That's not on a factory. Let's do 2 more 9s here. So we're just going to click it to assign it to this location, then click it again to unassign. You don't have to hold down the thing, which I've been doing the whole time. I feel like an idiot when I discovered that. I don't have to hold down the F to assign and reassign. I hate doing that. It's a console thing and not a PC thing. It really irritates PC players to have to hold the button down. Because we have a whole keyboard of keys options. So if we hit F, we mean to hit F. And, making us hold it down is dumb. So what I want to do is change ship. So I'm going to go ahead and say change ship. I'm going to look for a level 9 that doesn't have a factory right here. I'm just going to move all my cargo over there so I don't have to redo my cargo. Then I'm going to go ahead and modify this ship and purposely kind of disable the ship a little bit, right? So I'm going to go into my furniture, which is what I like to do. And you can see to turn that particular one off. There we go. And see, you can see now it went down from like 9, almost 10, down closer to 9. And then I can do the same thing. As I go down here, I can just take some of this furniture off, which I can use on another ship. And now you can see it's a level 8. So you have control over what level it is. And it doesn't matter what you put in there, everybody, as long as you can control it based on what it is. It doesn't matter whether the furniture is going to give you more fire damage or if the armor is going to give you more protection against flood damage. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a long gun or a mortar or whatever. Just put the nicest stuff in there that equals the number that you want. So we're going to set that to level 8. Then we're going to go ahead and, again, jump ship onto another one. That we took off of there. Let's say this one right here, move all the cargo. And then now we can modify this ship. So we're going to go ahead and reduce this one down as well. We're just going to take our primary one off. I think that one will take us below into level 8. There we go. See, I'm doing it on purpose. I'm actually making the ship less strong on purpose so I'd have more level 8s to go pick up stuff for me. So that's pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and change ship again. I think we have one more in here that we want to do. It's a level 9. We got to find it in here. Where are you hiding, little level 9? 8, 8. Those are the two we just did. And we took it out of the fact. There it is right there. See, it doesn't organize it based on whether it's being used or not used, which I think is a much better way of organizing it. But again, I have to go on the ship so I can then pull the furniture off of there. Boom. Oh, actually, that's not enough. I gotta do this one. There we go. All right. Now that one's level 8. And again, I'm just trying to optimize it so it can pick up more resources at a lower level. All right, right here, 346 requires at least a level 9. So this one actually not going to work because we have to wait till 420. Then we'll go ahead again, just go along here. This one's 510 would be really good for this one, which is level 10. Go do that. Actually, we should go and start again because now we reset all that other stuff. So let's just look across here. Again, this one requires a level 12. So we just go ahead and put the barge on that one for now. And when it gets to that location, we'll see how it goes. 109, 300. Again, this is what I spend a good amount of my time doing. Is just evaluating whether I can put a ship on there to go get me some loot. Because there's too many locations and not enough ships you can produce. Maybe in Season 3 they'll give us 70 plus ships. We'll see. Actually, they should give us 80 ships. Because we use a bunch of ships separately. Now, see, this is 240. Now, I do have one. This one's rank 9. I can't do it there. Or I don't want to do it there. Well, I could do it, but it could potentially get damaged. But again, if it's at 240, I can use my level 7 ship. All right, over here, 340. All right, what does it require? Level 7. All right, so now we can use our level 8s that we just made and get those going. And then I just kind of leave them on there, by the way. I leave them on a location, so while I'm busy doing other things, they'll be collecting more pieces of 8 passively in the background. I suggest to have all of your ships assigned at any given moment. To anything is better than nothing. Again, rank 5 there, and we can use our rank 8s. More rank 8s. Wow, did I use up all the 8s again? Oh, I'm on the 8. Oh, hold on, I gotta switch. I switched my ship back to the Super Looter. Oh, Super Looter's being used. I'll go Wings of Destiny. All right, there we go. There we go. All right. Now, the hard part is remember where the heck I was doing stuff. And again, sometimes I have to re-look through all of it again to find the one I was just on. I think it's this one. Yep, this one here. Again, it only requires a rank 5, but we do have a rank 8 that we can go ahead and send. I get that 340, leaving one piece of 8 in there, which is pretty efficient. Another one right there. Another one right here that could use a rank 8. But sadly, I don't have a rank 8. So, you know what? Let's just throw a rank 9 on there and see if it takes care of that later. Right here, these are all looking good. Now, this one here requires at least a rank 7. If I had the rank 7, which is coming up in 7 minutes and 55 seconds, I can then put it on there and get 240, leaving 60. Again, that's if you're really trying to, you know, squeeze every piece of 8 out of there. You don't really need to, by the way. You can just let this run for a really long time. Like I put the level 11 on that one. And then this one needs a level 12, which I think I already have assigned somewhere. Let's do this one, I guess. And so I don't really have to do it right now. I can just wait. That's the thing. Again, this one here, we can just wait until it fills up. You might want to let it wait until it fills up with thousands of pieces of 8, and then figure out the combination of, if it runs it 3 times, it's 1,027, and boom, you go and pick them up and let them run all night long, which is my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to let that run for quite a long time. This is a really good level 9 because that's going to do 420 there. And again, just sweep through all of these one more time here. 395. What does it require? A level 6. Good. So we can do a level 8 there if we had one. Again, those level 8s are super useful. And again, you can also use a combination of multiple ones. So say I run a 340 and then I come back and run a 510. That might be the exact number that it has. So I feel like the number is more important than the actual ship level itself. It's like, what's the number of the one you need to go get? Well, in this case, it's 386. I can do a level 7, but if I do a level 8, it'll be, 340, and so on. So now what I need to do is say, wait, I'm all out of 8s again because I got all of those running. And the only ones I have right now is the ones that will only do 420. So I'll just go ahead and look and see if there's anything that's 420, and we'll let the rest of this run. Now, notice up there in the corner, by the way, everybody, I have 280 pieces of 8 right now. I just spent 100,000 pieces of 8. I know, crazy, right? Crazy stuff. Now, these over here could use some level 12s to go ahead and grab it. So I'm just going to grab it from where I was going to leave it. I just grab it now, so it'll go get it now. Because now is the best time. And then we'll put this one in here. That'll go get that. This one has run out of funding. These would be really good to boost as well down here, but I'm just going to go ahead and fund it for 78, and then look and see. Now these all require really high level ships, level 12s, level 13s, and level 14s. Again, I don't know why these are that and the Mega Fort would be less. I don't know if they really thought that stuff through, everybody. Really thought it through. I don't think so. But that's it. So now I just spent, I'd say more like 120,000 pieces of 8 because I got some while I was doing it. And so now a lot of those I can set them and forget them. You're going to see it's going to be a few more cycles, right? A few more cycles of collecting and investing and collecting and investing. Then it really steps it up by a ginormous level. So we've doubled up, and we're reaping the rewards of all that hard work. But it's going to go from like here, everybody, to boom, way up here within another couple cycles, meaning that I will have them all at 10. They'll all be producing at max speed. I have all the upgrades. So we're going to be getting the maximum amount of pieces of 8 per hour. Right now, we're getting 6,113, which is the most I've ever done. Look at that. More pieces of 8 just rolled up. Now I got 960. And in just a few moments, because we queued, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 of them up, we'll have another several thousand pieces of 8, which I can use if I need resources or stuff I need to upgrade, or I want to get new guns or weapons or armor or whatever, furniture. I can go ahead and use it for that. So I kind of leave a little bit of a buffer. I knew that some of those hadn't been run yet, so I leave a little bit of a buffer so while I'm actively playing, if I need a little pieces of 8, I'll have them. But other than that, I just keep investing as much as I possibly can into each of those and letting those run. I just realized that you're muted. What's up, man? If there's anything that you need to get, or if you want to get over any location, let me know. I'll jump in there and back you up.
All right. Just getting lucky with some solo stuff at the moment.
Ah, there you go. Yeah, because, man, that was painful at the end, man. I literally spent like 3 days just trying to get 7 more. Sucks. And I actually already had the 4, so I really only needed 2. So it was really 7 days, 3 days of trying to get 2 more locations, because it wouldn't give me my locations, and if it did, someone wanted it. So I just like bowed out. But I did get it done, everybody. I got it done, and then it was like a miracle. I had 75 of them, and it actually gave me this one, which was the last one I got this season. It actually gave me that one, and it was a PvP one. So I got it right away, ran down there, stood there, and was hoping that nobody did it. And it was ticking down, 10, 9, 8, 3, 2, 1. Boom. And the second I knew that was just me, and I didn't have to PvP anybody for it, that was it. I knew I had it unlocked. And that actually happened off stream. I couldn't resist, everybody. Normally I like to do the final stuff on stream or do stuff like I'm doing now, where I do the huge upgrades. Because I could have done that earlier, but it's better if I do it on stream so you guys can see what I'm doing and understanding the whole process of what I'm doing. So you guys can do it as well. Now, of course, you can do it at the degree like me, or you can do it over the whole entire season instead of just doing it, so heavily at the very beginning. But the reason why I'm doing it so heavily at the beginning is so that it will last me the whole season, right? And I've got 74 more days. So I want to get the maximum return on my pieces of 8 investment. Because you got to think, this is a lot of pieces of 8. I've already spent 300,000 in automation and buying guns and weapons and armor. And then, of course, getting some of these already started. And then I've made hundreds of thousands in the new season, and I've invested those hundreds of thousands back in again. I'd say probably between 200,000 and 300,000 again. So like 600,000 plus another 400,000, which is the amount that I used for buying, 40 guns and 40 armor and 40 this and a bunch of resources, and so on. So that's easily over 1 million pieces of 8 that I've spent just to get the season rocking. And I'll get that money back, everybody. I absolutely will. You know I will over time, over the whole season. In fact, we'll probably end up with millions upon millions upon millions. And that will allow us to buy more stuff for our ships and try to get our ships to maximum level. And that's what my other big goal is, once we have this kind of locked in, is to let those ships get to, all of them, get to rank 13, which is going to be pretty amazing, I think. It's going to be a lot of work, going to be a lot of upgrades, going to be a lot of gathering resources and getting into all sorts of epic battles. I feel like, instead of just grinding out every single upgrade over and over and over again, the best thing to do is to be jumping around doing other things, and then it will happen naturally over time, meaning that as you're, taking on the big bosses and we take out the big bosses, guess what? We're going to get a bunch of loot, and that loot will then let us upgrade and do stuff as we go along. So try not to grind it too much. I'm working the next couple of nights. All right, no problem, Rotisserie G. We can do it next week. No big deal. No rush. No rush, Rooney. And again, you can see that I've got my smuggler passes going. I'll move over here so you guys can see where I'm at. I'm 27 of 30, 23 of 30, and 25 of 30. So I'm absolutely crushing it on the season. I almost got the season completely done. I'm really tempted to get this premium pass, though. I'm really tempted. Let's go in and see how much it actually is. It's this one's 1,000, and this one's 2,500. And so we need to know how much that costs. How much is 1,000? So 1,000 here is $10, and 2,500 is $25. Now I could probably buzz them and say, "Hey, can you, hit me up for a bunch of gold things over there?" But I actually feel like that I'm getting great value out of the game because I've already got 300 hours into it. And you're like, "No way, Kismet." Yeah, and the thing is, I didn't have that many hours. I had 80 hours or something like that. But you can go in here, and thanks to, I forget who the person was who told me, go in here, hit game page, and it will tell you, 289 hours. And 200 of those hours is within the last 4 weeks. Because I'm doing that off stream as well. I'm off stream, I'm going, 6 hours of doing stuff in season 1, getting the factories. And then now in season 2, spending a real good amount of time on stream and off stream. Probably doing more on stream this time than I did last time. Now, again, we got about 30 minutes till this reset comes through. I feel like we want to do some stuff. You got any Fort de Luz or Grand Forts?
I got a ground fort.
All right, let's do some Grand Fort. I figured out what the perfect combo is, by the way. It's three at a Grand Fort if you're using the snow to not be overburdened, and it's 4 if you have minimum amount of resources to do it at Fort de Luz. So if you ever wanted to know that. Now, of course, I have mine upgraded to 8,500 too. So if you ever want to know the exact amount that is going to make you not overburdened, now you know. So what I do is I go slim, right? So I'm going to go ahead and transfer this in and just have 1. I'm going to reduce this way down so that I have, let's say, 10 thing. And water's 5's fine. Do I need that many water barrels? Absolutely not. We actually put all of those away. Enhanced repair kits, that's a little low. I don't like to be that low at any given time. So you know what? We're going to go another 5 of those just to be careful. Rockets higher, cannonballs less, right? Because cannonballs probably get away with around 300 to 500. I'm going to go 500 because I'm going to probably burn most of these up. I kind of feel like, actually, let's just go 300. I feel like you need more rockets than you need cannonballs when you go to do these defenses. And I actually don't need that many either. I probably could get away with 150 cannonballs and 250 rockets. But you don't want to run out. Running out sucks and could cause your death. So running out bad. Big bad. All right. And then that also slims down my ship. Again, you look over here, I'm at 3,461. I'm always looking at the weight ratio. So when I go to do this, I'm not overburdened. Now, here's the cool thing, everybody. While I was off stream, look at all these fort plunders in here. So I have a grand fort, 1, 2, 3 grand forts, and I have 3 Fort de Luce. Now, I'm hoping in about 30 minutes, I get another Fort de Luce, and that would be perfect. 3 grand forts, 4 Fort de Luce, and then I can just cycle those as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go grand fort over here. I'm going to get my big ship. Again, this is mainly for cargo as well. That's another reason I use it.
Take off, check your alerts.
Check my alerts? Why my alerts go off? What the heck?
I'm assuming it's in your alerts.
Yeah, it didn't go off. Oh, I see it. Yeah, it didn't go off. It broken. What was that? Alert that you did? You broke it. Let's see if the Prime Sublove comes up. Huh? Love Train comes up, but not the tipping thing. They just changed the thing, by the way, where it can do combined. It can show you YouTube and Twitch at the same time. All the alerts and stuff. I don't know how to fix it now. I think I have to exit it out of the thing. Hold on, I'll do it in just a second.
Oh, it's all good. I just wanted to just.
Is that for the pass? Is that for the pass?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does. It says it. Get that pass. All right, thank you. I'm gonna definitely get that here in a minute. By the way, if you guys are up for some Ark, I'm gonna play some Ark on Saturday after Eco. If you guys are up for that. I got a sponsored event for that, Ark Ascended, which is a really, I think it's a pretty cool version of it. Yes. So inviting them in.
Yeah, I just need to get back into Eco. I've been so busy lately.
Yeah, we're getting close. We're trying to wind that one down so that when 7 Days to Die comes in. Be watching, by the way, everybody who's watching on stream and in there who normally join me for 7 Days to Die. All my peeps I super trust, because if you give that code away, I'll be way in trouble. But I have like my trusted group that I'm going to give the code so you guys can join me on Streamer Weekend. It's not going to be this weekend. They have confirmed it is not this weekend. I bet you 99% chance it's going to be on my birthday weekend. But that's okay because we're going to have a big party. So, all right. So I'm going to go buy that pass.
We could resurrect Valheim too. They released Ashlands.
I have it on the list. And we can make a server super easy over at G Portal. That's why I'm trying to finish our Eco server so I can use the server. I usually keep 2 servers. So, like right now I have Enshrouded. And so I'll probably, when 7 Days to come through and we're not done with Eco, we'll go and pull the Enshrouded one and make that one. Because again, I could have 10 servers, but they're funding me for 2. So.
That's a bit excessive.
Yeah,
Two's probably more than enough.
I can't play that many, and also you guys don't play on it that much. So if you guys aren't playing it, because I can tell by how many people logged in and have been playing on it.
Oh yeah.
So again, I'd rather switch it to 7 Days because that's going to be awesome. I can't wait. That's a release one. Looks amazing, man. It looks so good. I'm getting very hyped. Yeah. Very cool. All right, but again, everybody, the second I know, I'll let you guys know. All right, I got to try to fix this Stream Elements bot. It is not doing what it should be doing. Let me go ahead and have the bot out of the chat. Right here, I should probably log out too. Hold on, let me log out. They just updated their thing, so let me log in under Twitch. And now you can combine your alerts, which is awesome. And, you know, Stream Elements, ever since I first started with them, and that was at their beginning as well, before I was even affiliated with Twitch, by the way. They not streaming, but I mean like got affiliate.
I'm gonna run up there and grab
that. Stream Elements has been crushing it every year and just doing an incredibly great job. If you're a streamer, don't even bother looking at those other bots. I had 25 bots. I'm not kidding. 25 different bots by 25 different locations, different companies that were making these bots and whatnot to keep my stream running. They came in and said, Kismet, you should try our new thing called Stream Elements. And by the way, their success actually helped my success. They helped me become a partner on Twitch. Not directly, but indirectly because I was working with them. Because they highlighted me, and then Twitch saw that they had highlighted me, and that gave me one little, you know, feather in my cap that helped me. I believe it to this day, everybody, that little highlighting that they did of my channel, that I could send to Twitch and say, look, I got highlighted by these guys, and these guys are awesome. You know, I'm sponsored by all of these guys. You know, I've done all of these things that you told me to do. I'm definitely ready to be a Twitch partner. And it's one of the great achievements of my life, everybody, I think, as a very disabled person, as a disabled person who's not young. I am not a 20-year-old kid with blue hair or orange hair or whatever the flavor of the week is. I'm not that kid who's doing that. I'm an older guy. And for them to show that love, I greatly appreciate both Stream Elements and also, which I'm also Stream Elements partner and a part of the Dream Team over there. Because I've been with them since the beginning. And just incredibly amazing people over there, everybody. So awesome job to them because they never stop improving upon their product. If you want a product to be great, everybody, you can't just say, look, okay, we did it and it's over. You got to keep making it great. And not only do you got to make it great, you got to make it better than your competition and continuously make it better than your competition. And Stream Elements does it all the time. Just every little bit, I'm like, oh, there's a new one. Okay, there's a new update. There's a new update. So pretty awesome. So I'm going to go ahead, and I know how to fix this too. So you log out of your Stream Elements. And then I gotta wait for it to come back up. There we go. And then I can then just have the bot rejoin again over here. Mod the bot. Yeah, I've already done that. Already mod the bot. Neat. All right. Let me refresh it again. Something funky going on over here. All right, let's exit the page like a pop-up blocking. There we go. All right. So again, I can't show it to you sadly on stream because Twitch forbids me to show a mixed chat, which sucks. I think it's lame. I think they should definitely take that out. But because I'm streaming on Twitch and on YouTube and on Kick and on Facebook all at the same time, I can only show you the Twitch chat, which sucks. But I can see all the other chats because I have a combined chat that I can see. And I can see all the combined alerts now, too, which is pretty cool. So if somebody, you know, over on YouTube hits the subscribe button or becomes a member over there, which is basically like subscribing, which is it's all kind of mixed up on YouTube. They should change all the names to the industry standard, right? They should take subscribe and make it follow. And they should take the members and make that subscribe because that's what everybody knows. And that's really obvious to people. But if you make it different from everybody else, then everybody gets confused and whatnot. So because the subscribe button on YouTube is the follow button, which is kind of dumb. But such is how it goes. Hold on a second. I also see some spam over there on, man, I think Kick is like spam capital of the world, everybody. Yeah, just a whole bunch of random, hey, I'm going to come in your channel and, you know, probably try to scam you. So I just ban them and report them every time. You know, do my little bit to make Kick better. I do have an affiliate. I am of an affiliate over at Kick, but I never kicked on my ability to subscribe over there. I'll get around to it, or I may never get around to it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm doing something. I'm setting sail. We're gonna run out of time. Here we go. Might finish early enough on Friday night to pop on for a bit. Well, I don't know if I'll be here Friday night. I'll probably be Friday during the day doing Skull and Bones. Because Friday night I've been taking off to rest my voice as well as to spend time with the family. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. But they might be doing something else, everybody. My kids and my wife are always doing like 100 things, man. It's not slowing down because now they're, my oldest daughter's 19. She's off at college now. But my other two daughters, who are twins, they're 16. And they've got that, we're winding down of high school mode, right? And right now they're in summer vacation. So they're rocking that summer vacation. And guess what they're learning during summer, everybody? They're learning a life lesson called, guess what you got to do? You got to work. If you want to make some money, and so you can pay for your college one day, or pay for a car or clothes or whatever you want to do. Now you know what it's like to be your mama and your daddy for the last 30 years who've been working very, very hard. What is going on over here? It's getting rowdy over here. Is that TM or is that just some random peeps that are fighting? I don't know. It's not me. It's not me. I'm not involved in it. Why is that shooting right there? Why is that shooting toward me? I don't have any aggro. That's weird. Is that TM over there? No, TM's not even over here.
Headed back over.
Ooh, there's a buyout. I actually try to get the buyout in the indies now. But ooh, there's a buyout. I might go do that real quick. Let's see what it is. Green hard planks. Yeah, right. I don't think so, bro.
Negative.
Wrong. Green hard planks is one of the highest end items in the game, and you use that for upgrades and for building ships. No, that's not worth a gold chest, everybody. That's for sure. Now, if I had a ton of extra, then I might do it. And I could always go collect more. But still, I feel like it's definitely not worth it. That's definitely not worth the trade. I draw the line at a certain level. Everybody's like, nah. Not worth it. Not worth it to trade. All right, I'm going to go and get in position. Now, Grand Fort's one of my favorites, a level 12 fort. But it really is pretty easy, especially if you do it solo. I've come over here and done it a bunch of times solo now. And the same thing with Fort Duluth, even easier than this fort as well. Oops. I did not mean to go forward. Now I have to turn around and go back again. It's funny because at the early game, I was really afraid of these ships, everybody, because they would, two-shot me. And now I can eliminate all of them, everybody. I can just absolutely knight every single one of them. There we go. So I wanted to get close enough where I can rocket the thing. Now, the rocket's really hard to see from this close up. So here's a little trick, by the way. You can also turn your ship backwards. Watch this little trick. Turn your ship backwards and face it backwards like this. You can see you're just a little bit further away. Because, again, where it does it kind of in the back. So I'm a little bit further away, a little easier to see. But I'm just going to kind of aim to the top of there right at the very beginning. I'm going to aim my guns, which is I'm going to go forward that way, not that way, when I do it. By the way, look at that. 102 out of the leaderboard right now. That's because Kismet has been playing too much, everybody. I might need an absolute gaming intervention. That gaming intervention is going to be 7 days to die. And then I'm going to need an intervention for 7 days to die. As I'm going to be playing that for like 20 hours at a time, I'm sure. There we go. All right, while we're waiting, let's see if we can get this alert to come up. All right, alert, come on. Nope. Why did that not come up? Maybe I have to go in and fix my overlays. Is it not going to show my alerts now that it did that? Oh, man. You guys have no idea how many of those, how much work that was to make that Kismet Love Train roll out of there. And it has like a ton of variations. It has variations for every single level that you do, whether you're a Kismet Love Train conductor where you're gifting subs, or based on what thing it is, it comes up and says you got a new sub badge and will tell you, oh, you're this many months and whatnot. You got to think I could do that for every month for like 7 years. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. That's a lot of variations that I made, and that took me hundreds of hours. That took me so much time. So I may be doing that again here. If I have to, I will go in and I will do it again, everybody, without a second thought. Let me go in and see what's going on with my alerts here. This is the other thing. So again, you can do your overlays on Stream Elements, which is where I have all mine. I call them Love Train alerts, where they'll come up and do like donation alerts and things of that nature. Let's see. Yeah, tip alerts. And a 25 tip is a pretty big one. And I have a lot of variations. So 25 tip will be this one. Ah, there it goes. It's showing over there, but it's not showing. Oh, it's not showing in my overlay. That's weird. Why is that not showing in my overlay? I hate doing technical stuff on streamer, but I apologize that I have to do some technical stuff, but such is what happens when they change stuff, right? What's this one? Oh, that's just the empty one. All right, maybe we got to gotta re-up these again. I don't even know which one's the latest one now. I got a lot of these overlays. I'm gonna assume this is the latest one. And see, it should have just showed that. It should have just showed that Love Train alert come up. Let's see, tee up over here. All right, sorry, I'll do that technical crap later. Thank you very much for the 25 bucks, man. I appreciate it. Oh, look, we can blast all these ships while we're at it. Let's go. Starting it up.
Let the plundering begin.
Yeah, let's do it. Rocket that sucker. Again, I like to just start on one of them and get it going straight away. Use my side guns. I love these side guns, man. Those side guns come up pretty quickly. More long guns. I love the long guns, man. You can just sit out here and pot shot it from over here. Away from the cannons. What we got going on? Oh, a bunch of ships attacking me. All right. Let's take them out. Bye-bye. I got this demi cannon on the side, which is just sweet, man. Look how much damage it does. Really great versus... I'm just going to shoot everybody. Anybody gets in the danger zone, they're going to get shot. And again, the more mobs we kill, of course, the more overburdened I'm going to be on the way out of here. We'll see how it goes. Fire them muskets. Oh, I don't even have my buff on either. I really need to put my... Come on. Oh. Taking too long. Oh, wow, I'm getting mortared like crazy right now. Hold on, let's brace through all of that. You can see that it doesn't do too much against my brace. There we go. We kind of cleared the ships out. All right, now we're going to go ahead again, do some long guns. And we're going to try to turn around here so we can kind of run toward it and move forward at the same time to take that out. That mortar will still come at me. And see, it flashes when it's about to hit you. But I'm out of there, bro. I'm out of there. All right, now time to go ahead and rocket this one over here. And try to take this out, then use my side guns and rotate back and use my front guns. And then rotate again and use my left side guns. Boom. Look at that. And then back again with the front ones. And that's all she wrote on that one. Now, TM's over there working on this tower. Let me lend him a hand. There you go. And he'll take care of the rest of it. He's already taken out the tower on that side. We got some ornate pistols there dropping. More loot there. Now, again, we've now got past the first stage. The first stage is like taking out all the ships and doing all of this stuff. Again, I hope they fix these rockets soon. But these rockets they're at a level where it's just really obnoxious. It's kind of hard to aim the rockets. Ah. Too close. Too close. And so I can't shoot high enough because I'm too close to the thing. So I'm going to roll out a little bit. And then my long guns. Nice. All right, there we go. Now we just blast everything. He's going to rocket the heck out of him. See, I don't even need to shoot him. He's going to die right there. So I'm going to move on to the next ship. Try to drag their aggro. They're way the heck out there, man. Come on. And see, I'll just start shooting their sails as well because they take damage on the sails. And these are just extra aggro, by the way. These are your primary ones you want to kill. So what I'm going to do... Ooh, look at all this loot sitting over here. I'm going to go ahead and move myself out a little bit to act as a kind of like a target for them to shoot at me. Like this. Or ram into me. Whoa, there we go. Stop going, ship. Stop. Look, I don't have any sails. It's still going. Stop going. There we go. And then front right there. And then demi cannon. Boom. And then fire them muskets. Now, I'm kind of low health, but no big deal. Watch as I heal. A whole bunch right there. Again, sometimes I don't bother to heal just to be able to kill them faster. Look at this guy. Where are you going? You ain't going nowhere. You're going to the bottom of the ocean. That's where you're going. All right, then over here. Now, again, when you are with your peeps, by the way, this is going to be tougher. Because... oh, wow, missed most of them. Because it scales up the mobs higher. Now, I think they should have been dead by now because that's a lot of getting hit, but it's going faster than I can rotate around on my front cannons. I'm not going to bother to crew board. And there we go. And then we have some ships just sitting over here. Now, this ship's in my way, so I can't shoot it. There we go. Then I try to hit it in the weak spot, which is in the back. With your long guns. Long guns are really awesome for this. You just like snag it and see if it's still there. No, it's gone. So we'll hit this one here in the front. Look at that. Nice. And then if they're stuck in one place like that, you just rocket the heck out of them. Look, he did it too. That's awesome. And so, again, then I can rotate on the right side of my ship. Or I forget it's the port or the starboard or whatever. I have another thing of long guns where I can shoot 3 shots of some poison. Now these are level 13s, everybody. These are not low level ones. They're actually the highest level you can be in the game right now. But as you can see, we're slowly burning them down. I guess I could go closer and just do it, but I've just got to rotate back and forth until he dies. He's going to die now from TM getting him. There we go. All right. Pick up all this loot. Loot. Very nice. And there's a tower over there that wants to get rowdy. Oh, another smuggler's mark as well. I got a lot of smuggler's mark. And then we're going to roll back this way a little bit. I like to let them come to me. Sometimes they'll stop like they did there. They'll stop over there, which kind of sucks. I don't like them to stop over there, but you know it happens. And so I try to grab their aggro as quick as possible, especially when solo. Try to hit them like that, and then this one over here will just hit the sails and try to grab them. I think TM's going to get that other one, so I'll try to get this one. He's going to try to come right at me, which is a huge mistake because it just makes it really easy for me to shoot his weak spots. I didn't even need to shoot him again. He was already on fire. Oh, look out. And then he's going to try to ram into me, which is a bad idea because then I just blast him. I love ramming into ships. Like, they have a little bit left health. Instead of boarding them, I just ram into them and kill them. It's very fun. Now, at some point in here, you had to remove the wall, which he already did because I see the wall, or maybe it was already down. I think he probably took it out. But you really, at this point, once you've cleared all the ships that are in this area, you typically only have 2 ships on this one and also on Fort Duluth. So you just have those 2 ships that are coming in. Oh, look, there's a shark right there. Get that shark. Get that sharky shark.
Do your station! Enemy ahead!
Try to be real precise, or as precise as you can be when it's shifting like that in the weak points.
We are now without name!
I'm gonna rotate over this way. Yeah, I can't see where to shoot, so I wait until I can see. He's rocking the heck out of him. That's all she wrote. See, when you do rockets, it adds burn damage to them, so they'll burn down. Especially if you have combos. So you do some rockets, they got burn damage, and then you have a weapon and then also some furniture that boosts your burn damage whenever they're actually burning, and then you smoke them some more. It's pretty fun. Oh, I got the bug. I got the bug. Actually, I can go this way. I got the bug where I can't pick up my loot. My interface is bugged. They really need to fix that, everybody. It happens quite often in a whole bunch of different places, like in your helm office and things like that. Now, these guys are going to show up here in a minute. Oh, they're way over there. So I'm going to run out here and get myself some resources that were from some of those ships. And then kind of look around, see if I see any more. And then I'll just kind of move away, and then I'll come back and move. And then it should allow me to pick that up. Now, I want to pick it up just in case I get massively overburdened, so we'll see what happens. I should be just there, but we did kill a lot of ships there. There it is.
We will be feasting like bloody kings tonight!
All right. Bonus loot found. All right, get it all. No. Still not quite. We killed a lot of ships there. Now, I've done it before where I wasn't overburdened, but right now I'm overburdened. Are you overburdened?
No, about 70%.
All right, you want to be able to carry some of this for it? Sorry to have you carry it again. Now, see, I don't want to shoot that one. I want to wait for that one to die first. And then it's more efficient if I shoot the second one. See, so now I just did half damage to that guy. And I can fire him. He's going to try to run for it. Alright, I'm just going to jettison it. Put it on the ground. Put some juniper berries on the ground. 610.
Nah, I'm overweight.
Oh, well, you can give some back. I didn't know how much you could do. Let's see. I have enough for... where am I at now? Yeah, I'm at 62,000 now. So I can get a lot more. You do a trade. All right. Oh, yeah, we can see it. That's right. We can see it when we trade. I forgot that. You could just actually figure it out. So, yeah, you can figure it out. So he's going to give me so much that makes him not overburdened. And it makes me not overburdened as well. And there we go. Again, teamwork makes the dream work, everybody. Very nice. Oh, that is so cool, man, that we figured that out. Very nice. Very, very nice. And he'll remember how much is left over and then give me that back when I get there. This is called trust, everybody. I know it's a rare thing nowadays. But he could also trust to give me stuff, too. If he was overburdened, and then I would carry it back and just give him that stuff. Now, of course, I'm also picking up some loot on the way out of here as well, so we'll see how this goes. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's put our boost on. We don't have any more aggro, so we don't have to worry about stuff shooting at us. I'm a little tempted to swing by the Weaver here and grab whatever they got. What do they got over here? Let's see if it's going to make me overburdened. No, it's not. It'll show you at the bottom whether it's going to make you overburdened. So I'm going to buy a bunch of fine linen as I go by. I've been buying everything from everywhere because I need those for upgrades. And I need them for making ships and all of that. By the way, you know, I went in there and I went onto the forums for a thing and said, you know what, my Brigantine upgrade is not letting me go faster. I don't know what's going on. Because it said I was 3 of 6, right? Well, today I discovered when I was redoing all of my ships, I got 35 ships now. Do not do max ships, by the way. Everybody says they're losing their ships at max. I went in and realized I'm actually 2 of 6 and not 3 of 6. It says 3 of 6 when you're upgrading it, but if you go look at it in the ship menu, it says 2 of 6. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I was gonna ask if you had done speed tests, because I have. I
Don't
can
tell me.
you
Don't
about
tell
it
me.
if you
Don't.
want, but
Don't. No. Don't
yeah.
tell me how fast it goes. Don't
Alright.
tell me. I got to do the upgrade. I'm gonna do the upgrade after this. So, don't tell me. Yeah. So I thought it was broken. I thought it wasn't getting to 20. So it was only doing 18. But it's because I only did 2 upgrades and not 3. So that menu is very confusing, I think. All right. All right. I gotta drop some of this stuff so we can trade. That's what I'm doing. Pay attention, Kismet. You got one job, bro. Clear that loot out. Bam! There we go. And then this stuff here, too. And again, I should have 1 row. Get rid of the repair kit 3. I need these. And then I normally have my larger water. But you can see I ran very slim there so that I didn't get overburdened as much. There we go. Then he's going to trade. Hopefully he remembered how much it was, because I don't remember. I'm just going to trust him, because that's what friends do. We trust each other. Confirm. There we go. Accept. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Now, see, sometimes I have a lot of quests, and sometimes they have a lot of quests. Sometimes I might only have 1 for that location. And if I only have 1, well, then awesome. That's fine. I'm going to go. I got 4 minutes to go grab a bunch of my helm quests. One of my favorite things is just to try to ride, try to be as efficient as possible and do as many things within an hour or 2 hours. Yeah, it's really fun. I really enjoy it. It's like being back in production. I used to do a lot of graphic design. It was all about, time, how much time you're spending on each thing, getting it done by the time they need it. And of course, they always came in within possible deadlines. Like, oh, well, we need it by tomorrow at 1 a.m. And I'm like, dude, right now it's like 6 o'clock in the morning and I have 50 other jobs in front of you, right?
Time management.
But I said, if you pay enough, I'll make it happen. And some of them would. Disney pay 5 times the cost sometimes just to get it done. And because whoever made it take forever, whoever made the whole project run behind, and they're going to get busted by their boss. They're like, we'll pay any price. Just get it done. I'm like, I'm on it. You pay any price, baby. I'm all about it. I'm all about it big time. All right, I seriously doubt I'm going to get there and back again. What am I doing? I'm switching my ship. So I'm going here, and I'm getting the super looter. Where are you, super looter? Right there. I'm clicking it and unclicking it. So I can switch to my super looter and get out here as fast as I can. Change ship. Find it down here at the bottom, probably. There it is. Move all cargo. Yeah, I got 2 minutes. So what I need to do is I need to set sail. And I have a bunch of, because I just cleared out a bunch of quests for the Grand Fort. And there's one more quest that I need to get. Now, if I don't get it, oh well. Oh, and he's not out there. I don't see him either. Ah, that sucks. And right into a headwind. So I'll go ahead and use my boost to try to boost against the headwind. And this is the Brigantine, one of the fastest ships, or the fastest ship in the game. And my vendor is not there, which totally blows everybody. So that's a guaranteed not going to make it. If the vendor's out there, I might switch servers here in a second. Just a heads up if I suddenly drop.
Okay.
Someone came out here and killed the vendor, so kind of screwed me over here on this. Try to get it within the last 2 minutes. Let's see if he spawns at the last second. See, now, sometimes I've sat out here for 20 minutes and they didn't spawn, everybody. That's a long time. But here's what I do. If I don't see the vendor here, I jump servers. Especially if someone just came out and killed the vendor, which is most likely what just happened. Somebody went and did their thing and did that. But there's no way I'm going to do it now because I have to log out and then log back in. But I got to do it anyway. So, because I'm not going to sit there for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes and wait for that thing to spawn. That comes out of my gaming time. Menu's confusing for sure. Yes, Sir Salty. I'll show it to you here in a second. I could have sworn that I upgraded. Oh, God. There's some mobs over here. Some dude out here. Look, that dude killed a vendor too. No vendor. He killed the vendor as well. I can see because he got that little red thing. So I'll just quit again. Now, of course, it's a mute point now because now I've missed it because it's reset. But that's okay. I just lost one supply thing that I've, you know, it's fine. It'll be fine. And there's the reset. That's what that alarm was. So we'll just keep jumping servers until the supply guy is there. And because I log in where I'm at, if I cause the supply guy to spawn, he'll actually spawn offset from where I am. So I'll still have to go and get to him. So I'll just keep jumping until I find one that has the guy. There he is. Like that. Now, I think it's kind of an a-hole thing to do to kill this vendor when other people are trying to go out here and try to, you know, do their quest without killing the vendor when someone's running up on it. Now, if you're doing it, no one's out here, or you're just doing your thing, man, and you're trying to get that 25% extra boost, more power to you. But if I'm running out here and I'm ahead of you, and I'm not shooting the vendor, and you shoot ahead of me to shoot the vendor, you're an a-hole. There's no way around it, everybody. And Kismet ain't going to sugarcoat it, because you know I don't. You will not get some sugarcoating up in here, everybody. Kismet going to tell it to you straight every single time. That's an a-hole thing to do. Just let me run up there, do my thing. I'm not going to kill the vendor. You can kill the vendor. I'm not shooting it. I'm right up on it. I could have killed it by now. And you can kill the vendor right after that and get all of your extra bonus. There's no reason to be a jerk about it on top of killing the vendor, which also causes people to have to switch servers like I'm doing to find the vendor, which sucks. It sucks really bad. Oh, God, this I got a headwind on the way back because I switched servers, so the wind changes sometimes when you go in and out of the game, which sucks. Now, got a headwind on the way out, and I got a headwind on the way back. So double suck. But we do what we got to do. We'll get there. Oh, we got a love track conductor, Burl Swifty coming in, showing some love. Thank you very much for that gifted sub from Flair right there. So, Burl, make sure to say thanks to come on, Brain, to Flair for giving you that gifted sub. Yes, what's up? Chair looks comfy where it's from. Yes, this is from Amazon. It is not that comfortable. And also, I didn't even think about how wide this thing is. I really don't like this little, like it's going to fly away or something. It is too wide. And it's not very comfortable to sit in for long periods of time. My DX Racer was my favorite, everybody. It's super comfortable, but I used it for like 7-8 years, everybody, and it just wore out from all the years of usage of me getting in and up and out of the chair all the time. So I got this other chair, which was kind of like a knockoff of the DX Racer because I didn't have a lot of cash. I had like $150. So I got that chair, and that chair was terrible. That chair was actually causing me leg pains and making me feel ill while I was here streaming. So I called them out and said, I want to return this chair. This chair totally sucks. It's the worst. And they said, well, we'll send you a new cushion. So they sent me a new cushion. I said, is this different from the cushion I got? And they say, yes. So they sent it to me. And then the next person I said, no, that's the same cushion. I was like, well, the cushion sucks the first time. You sent me another one. I just got the chair. It's not like it, I've been sitting in it for 5 years. And so I sent that one back, or got a refund. And then I bought this chair, which is much more comfortable than the other chair, but it still ain't no DX Racer, everybody. I like the office version of the DX Racer, and I think I paid about $500 or $600 for it, but it lasted 8 years, everybody. That's really good for a chair, and it's super comfortable, super comfortable. So one of these days, I might have to do a fundraiser for a new, nice chair. This is an okay chair. This is like a $200 chair. It's nice if you're working at the office, everybody. But if you're sitting for extended period of times like I am here on the stream for, 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 16 hours, then not that comfortable after about, I'd say 2-3 hours. So I'm not even going to tell you who makes it. I'm not going to refer you to go get it. I don't refer products that I don't 100% like. That's just me. Oh, I got another Grand Fort there too. All right, nice. And we can go ahead and, check and see if we got any opportunities here. What do we got? We've got, we got to fund some over here. Oh, by the way, look, I'm back up to 6,000 again. By the way, I spent 100,000 pieces of 8 earlier, if you missed it. to upgrade a lot of my stuff to level 10. I have every single one. I got it within the first week. Got 76 locations. And then a lot of them, you can see I'm just going ham, everybody. I get them all level 10. I want to get every single one to level 10. What are we going to get here? All right, what do we got to do for this buyout? We got to do what? Oh, 30 magnetite ingot. And yet again, cancel the buyout. 30 magnetite ignet. No. No, not worth it. Not worth it. Now, if it was
Well,
30
I got a hostage
teak.
takeover and a defense, so I'm going to sit on this server for a bit.
I'll come to you. I'll come to you and help you out. I don't care what server I'm on, as long as I'm with my crew. All right, I'm going to go to TM here, and I'm going to say join group. So I'm going to leave the server that I'm on. I'm going to go to his server. Oh, wow, the server I was on had 8 people on it, and yours has 10. That's awesome if you're doing takeovers, man. We can just stay on this server and you do takeovers all night long. Do them all night long. See, the lower population, the less competition you have for getting all of the locations, everybody. If you can find a low-pop server, man, it's like a gold mine of getting crazy tons of loot. The only problem is if you want to do like the... Oh, there's another one over here. Another buyout up here. Is that the same buyout? Let me go try. See if it does the same buyout. Cobalt Ignite. Oh, wait a minute. That's different. Ooh, see, you just helped me. I switched servers, and it's actually wants Cobalt now. I got a crazy ton of that. That's sweet. I got a crazy ton of that. I got 500 of that, everybody. Let's just get 50 of that out and go get ourselves an easy, quick and easy gold chest over here. Now remember, you got all these loot, everybody. If you're not using it for making ships, and I have 35 ships now. I worked on my ships off stream for those who missed it, and renamed them all Roving 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually have a little spreadsheet right over here of all the ones that I have. These are all the base ships. So there's actually 12 ships in the game right now, including the new one called the Brig. And you can see I made a whole bunch of others, 23 other brigantines that I made solely for collecting my pieces of 8. So pretty awesome. All right, let's go turn this in, and then we're going to go help TM with his deal. And again, you see I have it tracked, so it shows up there in the radar where the guy's at, so you don't have to wander around for an hour trying to find him. By the way, if somebody else comes up here and does it, this is a solo, so they can't take it away from you. I've done these where other people were here doing the same one, and it didn't have any effect on them at all as well. So, all right, which one are you doing? You want me to come help?
I'm just doing the takeover right now.
Oh, is it solo? Solo takeover?
Yeah, I got in by myself.
Awesome. All right. Well, if you need any help, let me know. I'll just do my supply stuff. All right. Supply deals. Now, these supply deals are super easy, but I suggest to do this supply deal in the beginning once you get further in your storyline. I mean, the second you do your main storyline and you get to the point where you can do the supply network, which is part of the Helm quest, this is how you make lots of money. This is how you make enough money to fund all of these factories, is you constantly do the supply deals all the time. Now, these are what I call the stationary supply deals, right? So you get these, and then this menu takes a long time to get out of. There we go. And then you can see it's now tracked here, and I need to go over here to the obelette and find the vendor over there. Now, the cool thing is once I turn these 2 in, they're going to come out of my quest log, and I'll have more room to add other ones to the quest log as well. And I like the ones that are real close to the shore, so you don't have to run way in the back. Sometimes you get those. You got to run up above and down and go down the ladder and go down the thing, go down the rope and all of that. And some of them are just like right off the shore like this, which is pretty nice. All right, then I can turn those supply deals into this person. Now, this person also is a quest giver, so I can then turn around and then get more supply quests from him. Now, if you don't have a lot of forts ones that you've backlogged, like I'm going to do for Grand Fort here in a minute. If you don't have a bunch of them that are backlogged, you can get a bunch of them on your character and save them till the next reset, or you can, or until a whole bunch of resets if you want to, or you can just go and do them and clear out your quest log, which is what I'm going to do since I'm waiting for TM to do his thing. I'm going to go and just run it out again. Do it all over again. Right over here. And again, I like it when it's just me over here and there's nobody else. Now, I suggest to clear your inventory so you don't accidentally run out there and then become super overburdened. Oh, I opened the, that was a gold chest. So open up the gold chest. Now you have a chance of getting the world helm leases. I've been not getting any lately, but I have got some out of there before. So I know it is a legit thing. So I don't want to run out. If I run out right now with those pieces of 8 on me, what it's going to do is cause some rogues to chase me. And then I have to kill them or outrun them or whatever. But all I need to do is jump back to St. Anne, which is going to cost me extra silver. But it's okay. I got plenty. And drop off those pieces of 8. Because now you can fast travel while having your pieces of 8. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Way better than before. I still have story contracts that are not working. Is it active yet? It's the one from the helm. If you're having a problem, Shadow Dragon, I suggest that first go try it again and see if you can get it going. You might also cancel the quest and try to re-get the quest. You can cancel them in the menu. You go in here into your journal, roll over it, and you hit F for more. And they'll give you the option to abandon it, and I would get it again. Maybe you're bugged out, and then if you just get rid of the quest, they fixed it, and then you can get it again to forward that quest. And if that doesn't work, I would customer service, bro. Directly to customer service. Say, look, is there some sort of workaround I can do, something I can do to fix this, or search it up on the internet, Google. The name of the quest, Skull and Bones, the name of the quest, borked or doesn't work or glitched or bugged or whatever. And there's probably a bunch of people who have the same problem as you. You can also look on their Discord. They have a Discord of for Skull and Bones. And I forget what the actual name of the Discord is. I have it right up here. It's just called Skull and Bones. There we go. It's just called Skull and Bones Discord. That makes it easy, doesn't it? That makes it super easy. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead. I like to track the roving quests so I know exactly where I'm going. All right, now if there's nobody out here, it should be all me, everybody. All me. I don't see him. Oh, there he goes. He just appeared.
Defense, if you want to have some annoying fun.
What annoying fun?
A defense.
Oh, you got a defense. Oh, well, both of us will smoke it, man. We'll go wipe them out. Just mark it on the map after I do my kind of supply run here. I'll come over and help.
Okay.
You'll do that. Thank you. You're welcome. Hey, if it fixes it, let me know. I want to know if you drop it and then get it back again, if it lets you forward it. And then come back in. If you're still stuck, let me know what quest it is. Maybe we can figure a way of forwarding the quest for you. If you want to join me, my name is Kismet. Of course, in-game, they didn't give me my name, everybody. Someone stole my name. So my name in game is after my longtime guild, Kismet, and then has B like Bravo, P like Papa at the end, Kismet BP at the end. Because if I can't have Kismet, I get that one, and I'm known for that one as well. So it's also on my social medias and stuff like that. Really, the only one who was cool enough to give me Kismet is Twitch. And that's why I love them so much. They gave me my name. I'm not just somebody who uses the name Kismet, everybody. I'm the Kismet. I have used the name Kismet. More people call me Kismet in real life. In my friends, people I've known for many, many years, for 40 years, call me that more than anything. I'm the original, the AO #1. So people who are using my name, they go ahead and use it. That's fine. But I know I'm the one. I'm the Alpha and the Omega, everybody. At least the Alpha and the Omega Kismet, anyway. All right, let's get a boost. And we're going to go ahead and do a defense. And the only time I do a defense is if my team needs it. I think they should be optional. They are dumb. They're a dumb mechanic. And they burn 20 minutes of your time. And they're just too overwhelming for one person, everybody. I think... and I guess I could get the Sambook and I could get a thing or get the new ship and configure it and do all of that. I don't want to do that. I don't... See, the basic thing... is I don't want to do the defense, everybody. I think the defense is not a great game mechanic in its current form. Now, I think that if you have a whole bunch of ships that spawn on your side, and then you have a big old epic battle, that would be super cool. But you have a couple ships that sometimes help you, and they pretty much just swamp you with so many ships that a lot of times it just feels unfair. Now, one of the things that I did notice is they did make it a lot easier. In fact, you could probably not even have to kill the ships. You could probably just let them roll in there and, just keep hitting your base, and they won't kill your base by the time the timer runs out. But I don't even want to do it at all. I do what I call managed losses, everybody, where I just let it go ahead and just let it die. And again, so if it dies for 5 hours, or like I had it right at the very beginning, where I went in and did a level 10, because I did my favorite one to level 10, and I got 2 defenses at the same spot at level 10s. There was no way. There was 100 of them coming in. It said it was a solo quest. I tried it solo. I got to only to stage 3, and I had 40 ships in 3 stages show up, everybody. 40 ships. Now, I can't even fire my guns and rockets or whatever it is I was doing fast enough to kill 40 ships in basically like 3 minutes. It's crazy. I don't know who play tested that, who had even a clue of that would be fun for players. Maybe they thought, well, they'll have to build their way up to it later or something. I don't know. I was dumb from the beginning. It was dumb before I even tried it, but I already knew it was a dumb mechanic because I've been playing games for 50 years. I have a sense of what gamers like and what gamers don't like, and they don't like it when it feels unfair. And it feels unfair. So that's why I say they should pull it from the game until they rebalance it so it's more fun. Because you're either going to have one side, which is going to say, oh, well, it's too easy. I don't like it because it's so easy now. Or they have the other side where they say it's too hard, right? And you got to find that perfect. You got to really do some good balancing in there. And you can tell that they didn't balance it one way and then they overcompensated the other way now and made it too easy. But it's still too many ships. It still feels unfair. It still feels like too many ships are coming in at the same time. Now, if you have a really awesome ship, you're level 13 now, you got your Sambuc all geared up, or you got whatever it is, you got the new brig, and you got the spring loaders, and you got torpedoes coming out your ears and whatnot, and then you're just blasting them, and you're like, yeah, I can do it. Everybody else, they just suck. I'm the best. I can kill them all, no problem. Well, great. But that doesn't mean that the average player who doesn't have a lot of time to play wants to spend 20 minutes of their gameplay time when they might only have 2 hours. So that's basically like, say they have an hour. That's half their game time, right? And then, of course, every 4 hours, it'll do it again. So then that's 40 minutes of wasted time. And then it's 60 minutes of wasted time times 90 days, right? So say you play 4 hours every day for 90 days. How many hours of your time is wasted in those defenses? A lot. You got plenty to do in the game, everybody. I got plenty to do. In fact, I should stop yapping. I should be over here helping TM. All right, TM, where we go? Sorry. I'm talking to the chat.
Just southwest of you.
I'm talking to the chat. I'm going
That's
on a little rant there.
the
I see him. Yeah, I see him. Yeah, you should have. At least it gives you a lot of time. It gives you like 30 minutes or something crazy like that. But I think it's just kind of lame. It also interrupts your flow of what you're doing when you're trying to, do your forts or you're trying to do your runs, and then it's like in an awkward time to do it. It's just, I think it could be better, and I think they should give you a fleet of ships to defend it, right? Or even your ship that you assign to that location will be like your companion and help you. You know what I mean? And don't make them super dumb either.
Fun.
Yeah. I think
Make
it'd be fun, for sure.
Strategic instead of just trying to not get overwhelmed.
Yeah, and they also appear, 2 seconds away from your thing and start shooting your base. That was completely unfair. I mean, the original one, they would appear right next to where they're going to shoot you. They'd move forward about that much, and then they start hitting your thing. And then before you could even turn around, before you even saw them, you would turn around, and they've already got a quarter of your damage. They already took a quarter off your base already. Before you even saw where they were, and you could then draw fire on them. I know, because I tried a whole bunch of different times. I've tried different level ones as well. Level 10s, level 7s, level 5s. I've tried all the different ones to see if the actual level of the location has an effect. Zero effect, everybody. It's always all or nothing, for sure. Now, again, I can do them. They're not really that hard. But it's 20 minutes of my time that I could be going and doing some of the main events. I could be working on my factories. I could be doing 1,000 things or no things. If it's not a fun game mechanic, and if it's not fun for the bulk of the players, instead of just the elite players, right? The ones that are just like hardcore playing every day, kind of like me right now. But playing all day. Say, I got all my stuff specced out, and, you know, I don't know what everybody's problem is. I can kill it, no problem. I don't know why everybody else is having a problem. Well, everybody else doesn't have 12 hours a day to play the game every single day. They don't have it, and so you gotta find an average where you can have some fun for those higher end players, but also the average player. Everybody, I'm always thinking the average player. Now, me, I have a lot of time to play, so I can play at that higher level, and I can get the Sambuc, and I have all the ships, and I have millions of silver, and I'm making hundreds of thousands of pieces of 8. You get the idea. I mean, on my level, I could do it. But when it comes to the average gamer, bro, you know, they got IRL stuff to do. And if you make the ships appear right there, it feels unfair. They should appear way over there, and then they should be coming in, and you should block them. Some of the locations actually do that, by the way, and some of them don't. Some of them just appear right there in the thing. And you can see that I think he's got his Sambuc out there. You got your Sambuc?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. See, the Sambuc, what it'll do is it'll hit the mobs, and it will catch them on fire, and it will catch all the ones nearby on fire as well, so you can kill more of them faster. And so you're basically forced to either choose the Sambuc or choose a very high DPS ship, and you're forced to play one way, and you can't opt out. If you force people to defend, and they don't have another option, you've taken away their choice. They have to defend or they get penalized. That's not a good game mechanic. If you don't do this defense that we make you have to do, then we're going to penalize you for 14 hours, everybody. So 14 hours of no pieces of 8 production. And not only did they do it for 14 hours and made it absolutely impossible for me to do solo, they did it twice. So that means I lost 28 hours at the beginning of the season on my pieces of 8. And that sucks. That sucks big time. But again, this guy's already attacked. I'm going to go after the one that's... missed him. I'm going to go after the one that's hitting the thing over here. If I can hit him from here. I think so. Out of the way so I can see him over there. Now, if you think that's crazy, everybody, here's what's really crazy. So what I did is I said, you know what? Maybe it's just the fact that they said it was a solo thing. Let me go ahead and get my team. All 3 of us. Level 12, some of the best items in the game at the beginning of the game. I got a tower on me, too. At the beginning of the game... I'm getting attacked by this tower over here. What the heck?
I think you killed some of the locals.
Oh, well. I'm taking out your tower, bro. Sorry.
That's not good. I'm surprised they don't attack the ships.
Yeah, I know, right? Even the towers don't help you. I don't think they thought it through, everybody. I don't... It's weird. It's weird to add a real heavy game mechanic, a heavy-handed game mechanic like that, where you're forced to do it and then not playtest it like crazy. I think somebody said, you know what would be cool? And then just added it to the game without playtesting it. Just very strange. I feel like that's how that happened, everybody. And I like the idea that they're listening to feedback and they're adding new things to the game. Awesome. But if it sucks, it sucks. If it's a lame mechanic and it's forcing people to do stuff for 20 minutes of their time that they don't want to do, and you're like, well, kids, but it's not 20 minutes, it's like 10 minutes. No, it's 5 minutes to prep. Usually takes you 5 minutes to get over there, 3 to 5 minutes, and then you do it for 10 minutes. So that's 20 minutes right there. Again and again. And then also you got to sail back to the travel point as well. So it might be even longer than 20 minutes. Depending on which one you're doing and which one you're defending. So we had 3 people at the beginning of Season 2.
Ships don't even drop
and we had them in different locations, and even that we couldn't even do. It was way too many. It was way too many. It was like 120 ships coming in at that Grenade right by... Whoa, hello. Right by Grenade there, which was a level 10. Whoa, look at them go, man. Those things are crazy. Look how fast them suckers are going.
They're running away.
It's like in fast motion or something. Yeah, I don't even care if it's easy. It's just a dumb thing. It's just a dumb thing to force people to do. Now, if it was optional, like everything else in the game, by the way, everything else in the game is optional. This is the only you must do this thing or we're going to penalize you thing. And it's supposed to be part of the new season that they got going, which is, all about them coming in, the French coming in and, trying to take out your helm areas. And that's cool. I dig it. It's part of the quest. Sure. It's part of the thing. But don't force players to do something. Great example, Preston. If you've ever played Fallout 4, and I use this example all the time of bad game design, that's why people hate Preston, is the second you start doing those Minimin quests for Preston, he doesn't give you the option to not take the quest. By the way, I did learn, because I've never not done his quest, by the way. And in my latest playthrough, I basically said, you know what, I'm going to not do any of them. So right at the very beginning, he goes, hey, Kismet, you want to help the Minutemen? No. And so he doesn't give me any quests after that. But if you start that quest and you do the Corvega quest, every time you see him, he's like, here's a new quest. Here's a new quest. You're like, no, Preston, hey, bro, I'm like level 5, bro. I can't go do all those quests. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Oh, now you scratch the paint. Now you gotta die.
Your days are over, you inbred bâtard!
Never! Do not escape! We have them in fire range now!
See, I also like to come from like 3 directions at once. Also very unfair. Because, you can't be everywhere all the time. Okay, just sitting over there. Just sitting over there. Okay, easy target. But now, especially you got 2 people, it's easy mode. But if you have the Sambuc, if you like the defenses, more power to you. If it's your jam, go for it. We don't have to like the same things, and we can still be buds. It's okay. I'm of the old school, everybody. You can like different things than someone else and still be cool, right? And be like, hey, if you like it, cool. If you don't like it, cool, right? Instead of being so, there's a lot of people now, everybody. They're so hard line. If you don't like what I like, you're an instant enemy of mine. Or you don't know what you're talking about, and I'm right and you're wrong. Zero open mind, everybody. Just completely closed-minded thought process of, well, you're stupid if you don't agree with me. It's okay if people have different opinions from you. There's a whole bunch of different cultures in the world that are going to grow up differently from you. And that's okay. That's an okay thing, everybody, if they have a different opinion. I'm getting shot by everybody.
That's so fun, just to blast one and then look around and watch 6 ships sinking.
Yeah, pretty fun. Fun stuff. Getting a lot of loot from this, too. Lots of loots.
Finally getting some. Usually they just drop like silver and repair kits.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm getting. That's what I mean. Lots of silver and cannonballs and stuff.
Yeah.
But you do get a smuggler mark from this, so I guess that's okay. But man,
yeah, I think,
imagine how many things we could be doing right now, though. We could be like taking on the big bosses. We could be taking on forts. We could be doing nothing. We'd be sitting on the beach drinking some pina coladas right now. we could be doing anything other than this right now, everybody. And this is like tower defense kind of thing where you sit and you try to defend your location. And I don't mind it for them because they're still trying to build up their empire. My empire already have all 76 locations, so there you go. All right, let me catch up on chat. It's a joke now, says Odin. Yeah, it is pretty much a joke, but it's still dumb. It's a bad mechanic. It's not that it's hard or easy. It's that it's something that's dumb. We all good?
All done.
All right, I'm out. Also, by the way, you can't do it with your friends. Like, if he has a defense, I should be able to join in on the defense and get rewards for doing it. Like right now, my reward is I helped my friend. That was my reward. And that little bit of loot that was in the thing here. That's a hostile takeover. I'm not doing those. And hostile takeover. See, I don't do those, even though I could do those. I could jump in one of those and have those and then get a gold or silver cash from it. But there's people who need that, everybody. There's people who need that location, so I refuse to do it. Just like I refuse to kill the vendor. Even though it would be to my benefit and I get 25% more loot and whatnot. I think if someone needs to run out there, it'd be cooler if the vendor was there for them, and I'll just collect more resources elsewhere, everybody. It's okay. It's okay. Again, we can like different things. If somebody, you're like, Kismet, that's my favorite thing. I love the defending. It's so easy. I get so much loot from it. Good. Good. At least somebody likes it. And if you like it, awesome. There's nothing wrong with you liking it. It's okay. But I think it's a waste of my time. And I will absolutely not do it in protest of the fact that it sucks. And it burns 20 minutes of my time. And my time is my most valuable asset, everybody. So if you're wasting my time, you're wasting my most valuable asset. Because I only have so many minutes left to live, everybody. So I'm going to try to enjoy them as best I can. And it's enjoyable when you're doing it with your friends and you're helping your friends out. But, again, I just avoid it if I can. All right, need a little bit more grilled durin over here. Let's go ahead and make here because I didn't put a lot of waters on me here. Let's say 10 of those, and then let's put 3 of those on. All right, see, and I always have this configuration where it's one thing and then with 2 here. It tells me that I have all the things I need to run and do all the things that I'm doing. Okay, now that I'm done doing that, I can go do the things I want to do, which is manage my empire. All right, I think my opium ran off. Yes, and you can see I've got some timers running, which are telling me when stuff is. I feel like the best thing to do is have those timers running. Now, I used to have timers running for when my factories are going to run down, but now I have to go to each factory, and I have to hit the space bar on every single factory times 76 factories to see how much longer those factories have before they're done, before they roll up. So it's hard for me to get a general idea of how much longer, or set a timer that tells me, hey, look, a bunch of these are going to roll off in 4 hours. So I have to go through and spacebar them all now. That sucks. They should definitely fix that. Big time. Oh, and actually I should go in there and delete my suggestion out of there, letting them know that the brigantine, it was just a menu. The menu is confusing. Let's see if I can go in and delete my message. Yes, I'm going to delete my message out. I can't delete the whole thing. Oh, I can't delete the whole thing. That's weird. Edit post. Huh, I can't delete it off of their forums. I'll just make a note. So there we go. I just tell them that, and I deleted the original post out of there. I was gonna delete the whole thing, but it won't let me delete the whole thing. Yeah, I can't delete the whole post. Why can't I delete the whole post? I can't remove the post. So I remove it so that no one else gets confused by it. I'm old school that way. Oh well. I told the mods to remove that post because I can't remove it. Otherwise, I'd just get rid of it because I solved the problem. Once you solve the problem, some problems I will keep in there so that if someone else runs along the same problem, they'll know the answer. But some problems like that, where it's a visual error, like it's my visual error, so I go in to upgrade my ship, it says 3 of 6, and I think it means that I have 3 of 6 upgrades, which is not true. It actually is telling me 3 of 6 when it should say 2 of 6, and my next upgrade is 3 of 6. Again, kind of bad UI design. I'll go show you right here. Kind of bad UI design. I would have made it say 2 of 6 until I had 3 of 6. Then when I have 3 of 6, then it should say it. Not while I'm doing the upgrade, or not, and I haven't done the upgrade. So when you go over to your ships here, your shipwright, you'll go in and you'll upgrade your ships. New option here, right? So I'll go to the super looter. Now behind me here, it says 3 of 6. So I thought I was on 3 of 6. I was like, awesome. I'm on level 3, and you see level 3 is highlighted. But that is not true. And the way I found that out was I went to my actual ship itself, my ship menu, and I said manage ship, right? Or I can look down here, and you can see I've got the Wings of Destiny here. Actually, let me change my ship to my super looter so we can see that specific one. You can see it on this one too, but let me go see the super looter, which is the one I just tried to upgrade. I can find it in here because it just moves around. There it is. It should make all your usable ones at the top. All right, so there we go. Now, if you look over here, you can see, look, 2 of 6. So it says 2 of 6 actually on your ship, but if you go to the upgrade person, it says 3 of 6, even though I haven't upgraded it yet. It should say 3 of 6 when after I upgrade it, not while I'm in the middle of thinking about upgrading it. It's just, again, bad UI design there. It makes it unclear as to which actual upgrade level you're at. But now that I know I can go look on my other menu, I guess it's better now, but still. But I want to go ahead and get this done. This is, I need some worm breath here. I need another 8 of worm breath here. And let's go do that right now, because guess what, everybody? I got me some pieces of 8 I can go ahead and spin on that. By the way, while we were doing all of that other stuff and defending and all of that fun stuff, I went from like 100 pieces of 8 to 6,800. And it's auto-picking that up for me, by the way. So again, I spent all that 100,000 pieces of 8. I had about 100 or so pieces of 8 left, and then it went and picked another 7,000 up. All right, I'm going back out here, though. So I kind of go to my office, and then I go out of my office because the vendors are really close to where you go in and out of your main helm office there. And we'll talk to this lady. And we'll open the black market. We need to get some of this, too. All right, what was it? I think it was worm's breath, and we needed 8 of them. Can we buy 8? Oh, we can only buy 4 with 6,000. So I need another 6,000. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So let's go ahead and see if we can prompt some of these to go get us another 6,000. How are we looking? 5 there. What's this? It's hostile takeover. Yeah, I think these still got a while to run. And see, every time we come in, we'll get a bunch of supplies. But what will happen out, by the way, when I have these all at level 10, like I'll start spending all my pieces of 8 on either upgrades or buying resources. Like, I mean, like an obscene amount of resources. So if I'm going to be making millions and millions of pieces of 8, I would go in and spend all of those on resources so I don't have to do this, where I'm like, oh, God, I need 4 more of these and 3 more of that and 2 more of that. I could literally go in, and that's my goal by the end of the season in the next 74 days, is to have so much resources backlog for Season 3 that I don't have to do this anymore, where I have to wait for my pieces of 8 and buy this and buy that. But there'll be some that you'll still have to do. Oh, and then we had that roll-off over there. Hold on. Ford Premium there rolled off. Let's do it for 113 per hour. Nice. Nice, nice. Fun that baby. Fun that sucker. Let it run. Okay. Now we got her doing her thing. Back to my helm office over here. Like so. And we got another Grand Fort. We have some Fort de Luces we can do as well. Let's see. We got all of those, and we got all of those. Okay. And so now I don't have to do that again until it resets in about an hour and 40 minutes. Hey Siri, set a timer for an hour and 41 minutes called reset. There it is. Oh. There it is. Timer's running. There it is. That was my girls, by the way, that you saw there. I'm on the front of my phone, my little babies. Who are no longer babies anymore, everybody. Look at this. Woo-hoo-hoo, 5.5 hours. Let's let that baby run. That's 4,000 of those. I love queuing those for long periods of time, everybody. I like to backlog them and then queue them for 5-6 hours. And then I'm offline sleeping. And I wake up and it's all converted and I got millions and millions of bucks. Awesome. And again, that's just being diligent, doing your supply quests every time they come up and doing forts and whatnot. Sometimes we do the other forts as well. I feel like they take a lot longer and the return on your investment of time is not as much as these other ones. This one still has an hour and 15 minutes, so we're going to let that one run. Yeah, oh, I stopped the run.
Yeah, I did a Fort Dudester solo earlier today. It took me nearly half an hour.
Oh, I know. They like scaled some of them suckers up. It's because they do more damage to you because they're lower level. They actually do more damage to you, which takes longer. And then you're doing about average damage to them because they're at level or below level. They've changed how the DPS works, which kind of sucks. It kind of sucks in that, I mean, it was nicer before, but, you know, I just roll it. I just live with it, you know. I just do what I got to do, everybody. All right, did you get any Fort Deluge when you got that reset?
Let me check. I was doing a takeover.
Oh, I'm already here. Why am I trying to teleport where I'm already at? I'm already there. All right, let's put this away. We don't want to lose that. There we go. And again, so every time I cycle through, I'm taking a bunch of those to level 10s. And my main goal, of course, is to boost my per hour, right? Right up here, my per hour. By the way, you can actually make this larger. I didn't even know. I hit D. Makes it larger. But you see my Empire revenue is 6,046 per hour, which is the most I've ever had it. I think I had 5,000 at the end of last season, 5,000 per hour. So my goal is to see how high that number can go. And I have all the territories and all the trade routes. And right now I have 28 assigned ships out of 35, which you can assign to all the locations. Now you get 40 ships. I just noticed that, by the way. It says 35 and not 40. You think that would be every ship of your fleet you could assign. Yeah, because that's 35 out of 76, everybody. So if you really wanted to be super efficient in the beginning, you would only get 35 locations and get those all the way to level 10. But I feel like compounding is the much better idea. If you, instead of doing them at high level, you do them at low level. And this way you have, instead of just having, you know, 5 of them doing level 10s. And so say it's even producing at 50 per hour, right? And you have 5 of them. It's going to produce so many. But if you have 30 of them, even producing at a lesser rate, that's 3 times the amount that you have going, everybody. So that's a huge, multiplier factor. Sorry, what was that?
No, just one Grand Fort.
All right, I got another Grand Fort too. Kind of like to let those build up, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Over the cycle. I mean, we got another cycle coming up in an hour and 15 minutes, but I don't know if you're still going to be here after that. I don't know if I'm going to be here. My interface is messed up again. Yeah, it's
just cleared out.
Yeah, we can do it. It's like 3 minutes. By the way, I found a way to fix the interface when you have a problem with your interface is to go into one of these like the order registry, and I just sit in there for a minute, and then I hit escape to get back out because I have that problem all the time where I can't use my supply network thing, and I can only use the order registry thing, and I can't get out of the location. I get stuck. So I found that fixes it. So now I can do the exit, and I can do all that, and I can do my menu. So little workaround in case you have that problem. What's up, Gorks? Thanks, Dr. J, also for hanging out in the chat. Appreciate you.
I don't think I've run into that before.
Oh, I constantly have that interface problem all the time. But then again, I'm going really fast. Oh, like right now, see, I can't zoom in and out of my map. I'm using my scroll wheel, which I normally do. I can't zoom. I'm out.
That's weird.
I'm gonna drop and come back in. I got to drop. Now, that one you have to drop. If you can't scroll in and out, everybody. You have to drop in there and go back in. And again, I don't know what's causing that. It could be like dialogue that's causing it, me going in and out, maybe me doing it too fast for the game. But it sucks no matter how it is. And then I'll hit continue, and then it'll either put me back on the server I was with TM, or I will need to kind of jump where he's at, and that's okay. I'll go wherever. Because he's looking pretty good on that server. And again, if you find a low pop server, you should invite your friends over there. And then you guys do it. Look, World 8. There's only 8 people on this server I'm on right now. Dude, there's only 8 people on the server I'm on. How many people are on the server you're on?
We are up to 17.
Bro, you should jump over to me. You'll have your pick of everything. Because all these other people are high level like me. Actually, I'm second highest on this server. So you can see there's a lot of lower level people in here too. There's like 3 lower level people, but they're high level like me, which means they probably already have all the locations. So I'd say the top 4 or 5 people probably have all the locations already. I mean, look how hardcore I am. I'm like the second on the server, which rarely ever happens because I don't usually spend that much time. I recently met all of these people as well. Look at that. This pirate guy. Yeah, look at that. You know, I'm always fascinated how people get their name. How they come up with their various different names, everybody. I find that fascinating. Mine's a nickname. That's how I got it. A long time ago, before some of you were even born. Yes, and again, keep these things nice and funded. There we go. Keep them funded. Keep them running. And then, you know, again, I got some automation going, which is bringing some of it in. I could go through and see if any of these can be done. But there's also a problem with overdoing it, where you're spending too much time micromanaging it every single second. We're like, okay, oh, wait, it just came up with just enough for me to run a level 10 over there. And then I'm doing that all night long over and over when it's smarter for me to let it run for a while and then just get a whole big influx, unless I need it in the moment. It'd be nice to get that upgrade, but I could have done it earlier when I had 100,000 and done the upgrade earlier. I probably should have done that first. But, oh well. It's fine. Now I got a bunch of level 10s, and those level 10s are going to be running for like 2 days, so I'm good. All right, what are we doing? Fort Duluth. That's what we're doing. Try to stay focused. I'm just going to use my super looter, too, on this one. This one's super easy, so. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
I'm
no, I
trying
don't. I don't want to do that because I'm going to be overburdened. Hold on, I'll get my.
Oh,
Yeah, I forgot.
I'm going to try one more time, but it's kicked me out twice.
Oh, off my server? That sucks.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why there's nobody on here. Everybody's getting kicked.
maybe.
Yeah.
Like, it won't even let me join. It tries, and then it kicks me.
That's weird. Hold on.
Yeah, no. Unable to join group.
Yeah, it's 9 now. Huh. Well, that sucks. Well, just jump in a whirl. I'll go to you. Maybe if I invite you. Hold on. Let me try to invite you. Invite to group. Did that work?
I accepted, but
Oh, it says you joined my group.
there's a matchmaking trying to load.
Yeah, I was having this weird problem today where it would, you know, in the beginning when you load in, it says it's loading the world or whatever, and has that percentage on the very like beginning when you first log into the game before you actually get in the game itself.
Yeah.
It kept stopping at 84%. And it did that for like 30 minutes. And I was like, why is it doing that? I just want to jump in for a minute and do the stuff. So like 30 minutes of my time was wasted because I couldn't log into the game. So I had to uninstall the whole entire thing, and I reinstalled it all again from scratch, which then, of course, took another 10 minutes. So that's 40 minutes just trying to jump into the game. But then it was fixed after that. Yes, I had the interface bug or problem or glitch. I just backed out and came back in. It worked fine. Yeah, that's what I do. I just kind of go out of the game and then come back in, and then I can scroll again. So yeah, I can scroll again, and then I can do all of that. If I get the one where I can't see the board, I just look at the other board, give it a few seconds, and then when I go out, it resets the UI, and then I can do the other one. But if it's the map one, I find I don't know how to reset the map one. I guess I could try to switch maps, and maybe that'll reset it. I don't know. A lot of bugs I have to work around. We're doing Fort Deleuze. That's what we're doing. Stay focused, Kismet. What do we got? We got the waters, we got the heals, we got the pew-pews. So let's go do it. So let's go. Let's go, bro. Come on. Might even turn the sound on. Let's go. All right, heading over. We're going to annihilate this place. It's so easy solo, too, man. Sometimes I just take, if I only have like a couple of them, I'll just take the Brigantine and just shoot them with that one. But I bring this one because I have 3 quests, and I find that if I have 4 quests for the, depends on how many ships I kill too that are nearby. Like we killed a lot of ships in that Grand Fort one, but I can have 3 Grand Fort quests because my my Grand Fort thing is boosted by my helm table stuff. So instead of getting 500, I get like 610. And so I can have 3 Grand Forts without being overburdened, and I can have 4 Fort Deleuces without being overburdened. And I think I only have 3 on me right now. And you're like, Kismet, how'd you get 3? Well, sometimes there'll be 3 in the options, or 2 in the options that you can use. And then sometimes I just save them, right? Like I will save the other Grand Fort that I have until I get another couple of them, and then I'll do them all at the same time. So I don't have to keep going back and doing them over and over again. It's very efficient if I have a bunch of them and I do them all at the same time versus doing them one at a time over time. I feel like that's a lot less efficient. I mean, you're obviously doing more plunders, so you're going to get more exterior loot, but it's not going to get you any more helm loot. Any more helm loot any faster. It's actually going to be slower. Because if you have a whole bunch at one time, you're just like, boom, you're done. Yeah, good. Man, I really want to reset my my sleeping pattern, but I was like really messed up. I've been working at it so much, Skull and Bones and a whole bunch of other stuff. I can't seem to get back into that same sleeping pattern. So again, probably when TM goes, I'll probably go as well and just try to get it going off. All right, we ready at the disco?
Yeah, man.
Here we go.
Time to earn your
Skip.
fucking pay.
And then rockets. Too easy. And this one's really easy, everybody. I got a bunch of long guns. Where you going, ship? I did not tell you to go. My ship has a mind of its own. I did not hit W, everybody. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It just leaps forward. And I just use my long guns, and by the time I'm done shooting one side, the other side is up. And I can just alternate between the long guns. And then look, this one's up. I do this all day. And they can't hit me from here. I'm too far away from them. And that's all she wrote. There we go. Too easy. This one's probably the best solo one, by the way. But get a bunch of quests, 2, 3 quests for this, or even 4 if you have a big ship like me. I've gotten 5 quests for this one and 5 quests for the Grand Fort before. But you'll be overburdened, absolutely. Even if you have my ship and then you have it upgraded with 85,000, you're running super slim. You're still going to end up where you get overburdened, because you're going to also be killing all these, and if you're looting all of these guys, you're going to have that same problem as well. Love them long shots. Ooh, a little left on that one. Little left. Too high. I love to practice my long shots. Try to get him in the weak points. There we go. Yeah, sometimes you're on the ball and sometimes not so much. Trying to shoot through that thing there. He'll wipe him out, everybody. I don't need to run over there. He'll wipe him out. If he gets in within my view, though, I'm still going to shoot him. And there we go. And then next we're going to do this over here. We'll see if it actually lights up. Sometimes it's already down when you get here. The actual wall. Ah, what the heck? Not giving me criticals on there. Little too high up there. There you go. Again, I feel like they definitely want to fix the way the rockets work. I thought it was some good shooting. Got some criticals there, and now he's got no sails. Now he's really screwed. Again, sometimes you just hit him in the sails, everybody, and just wipe him out that way. Dude didn't even get close. There we go, another one down. Again, this one's pretty easy. Because you only have the 2 ships coming in, and they're usually like level 9s or 10s. And if you have a level 12 or 13 ship, forget about it. You're gonna annihilate these guys. Bingo. Oh, come on. I got robbed on that one. I felt that was right on point. There it is. Hit them in the weak spots so they die faster. That's it. Now that the one with the poison effect, that's from the actual from this season, from season 2. Very, very cool gun, by the way. All right, one more round to go. We're way too far for that gun. I thought I'd take a shot. Rocketed him. Had to go over here and grab some loot anyway, so I'm gonna head this way. We're the only peeps in the world, everybody, who can have the whole entire ocean, but still yet to crash into each other all the time. I feel a little bad for that guy. Not that bad. But a little bad. All right, and that's it. That just takes like 3-4 minutes, and then look how much I'm gonna get. 410 there. And then go over here and grab this loot. All right, got it all. And I'm only half weight right there because I didn't have 4 of them. And there we go. So 410 times 3, everybody. That's a good amount. About 1,200 resources we just got within 3 to 4 minutes there. Dollar bills. I see some more loot over here. I might have to snatch it up. Got to get that 127 silver, you know.
All right.
Had to get that 127
Hey, that's like
silver.
3 seconds of funding.
I know, right? More like a half a second at level 10. Half a second at level 10. But you know what? They really put it way down. Now, if you have all of the things in there, a level 10 is like 30,000 silver versus 70 or 80,000, which means you could, in theory, I think you could keep it going. If you're making about 2 million every couple days, you could keep them all going at level 10. Easily.
I'd be curious to see how it works out once we get them all leveled up and everything. Because I remember early season 1, level 10 without all the upgrades and stuff, I was spending 75,000 silver.
Oh, absolutely. I was still doing it at the end of the season 1 because I hadn't upgraded all my table stuff. So I was doing 70, 80,000 per lot. Well, maintenance in 2 hours and 0 minutes.
Here it comes.
Yeah, well, let's do whatever you need on this reset then. Oh, look, I got a defense, which I'm not going to do because I refuse to do it. Screw them. Makes me want to give the finger to the screen every time I see those. That's how much I dislike those. I'm old school, everybody. If I got to flip stuff off, I will totally do it. It makes me want to flip off the screen. Every time I see that defense and I feel like I'm going to get penalized for playing their game, I just want to give it the finger every time. I think it's dumb to force me to do it. You know, they don't force me to do castle takeovers. They're not forcing me to do supply runs. They're not forcing me to do ship battles. They're not forcing me to do PvP or PvE. They're not forcing me to do the main quest lines or side quests or events or any of that other stuff. Nothing else are they forcing me to do. It's really whatever I want to do, I can go and do. Whatever I have time to do, I can go and do. But they are forcing people to do the defenses, which is not a good idea. Not good. All right, what you need?
Actually, I don't need any of these. I think I'm going to be good tonight and call it early.
I think I'm with you. I got all my stuff running. I'll come back in. It'll be another 100,000. Oh, I got to queue some of mine up though. Yeah, when I logged in today, it was like 100,000 pieces of 8 from like 100.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I had 100 when I left, and then it was from last night, and then during the day I was keeping my stuff going, and bringing my ships, bringing all the level 5 stuff in, and then by the time I got here, another 24 hours later, it was 100,000. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet, and I used them all up. But now they're level 10, so you think that was a lot. We see what happens when we get into the next cycle. You can see if you look on the stream that my upper corners, all the ones that are 37%, those are all level 10s now.
Oh yeah.
And then right along here, all level 10s. All my forts are level 10s. I did those first. Down here, got all these are 30% and 37%. Just boosting all those. I'm boosting them now based on percentage. Which one's going to give me the biggest percentage?
I'm curious. They did lower the production rates of the factories.
Oh,
but
they
I'm
absolutely
curious
did.
if that northeast corner is still the sweet spot.
It is. It's 37%. There's one in here that's like 140 or something like that. 148 per hour. Yeah, you can see it on stream there. Sangdad. Get that one going as soon as possible.
Yeah, with all the bonuses.
Oh, yeah. All the bonuses and whatnot. That's the highest one I've seen in the game so far. Have you seen anyone more than 148?
No, I've got some that are like 100 to 110 range, but nothing that high.
But when I'm done doing this, I'm going to make a spreadsheet. When I get to level 10 on everything, I'm going to make write every one of them down, what area they're in, level 10, how much they're producing per hour maximum, and all of that. And then I'm going to sort it by which one is ever the one making me the most, which is probably going to be that one. And then I'm going to fund it in that order. And the one that's making me the most, and then work my way down if I don't have enough cash. If I have enough cash, I'll just fund them all. But if I don't have enough cash, I'll start with the ones that produce the most. Because I'm efficient that way, everybody. Yeah, I think you're right. I think we should call it there and just pick this up again tomorrow, and or not tomorrow, or during the day if you're around. I'm going to be triple playing. I'm going to be playing mainly Planet Crafter, but then on the side, I'm going to check in on my, every couple hours, I'll grab my supply things, everything. It's a really fantastic way if you don't have a lot of time to play one game, you can kind of mix it in with other games. And that's typically how I play offline, is I'll play 3 games at once. Where I'm doing 76 and I'm doing, Planet Crafter, or I'll be doing like Satisfactory 76 and another one. I think it's kind of fun, so I'm going to do that tomorrow, what I call triple play. Triple play.
How's the Planet Crafter? I haven't played that since they went release, and actually I haven't played since, I think the furthest I ever got was Insects.
Yeah, it is awesome. They have really improved. I don't want to spoil some of the stuff for you, but they've added a massive amount of stuff in there. I'm still not done yet. I'm still in a certain stage where I don't want to reveal it so you can see it when you go play it. But it's really good. They did an incredibly great job. And I'm discovering a whole bunch of new stuff that I never saw either in the previous thing. And then also noticing a lot of changes that they made. Really great improvements to the game, to the stuff they had from before as well. But yeah, there's whole new areas, giant biomes you never been to. Areas that are blocked off in the beginning. You know how you got to wait for it to melt the ice, and then you got all these little sub caves and places underneath the ground, and there's just tons of new stuff to see. So it's almost like they doubled the amount of things to do in the game from the original game.
Oh wow!
And there's a bunch of stuff I haven't even seen yet. I mean, one of the things that I do is why I'm in the Baron stage is I go and I loot everything. You know how I am. I go and I loot everything first before the water comes in, the grass and all of that stuff. And then I put them in little caches so I don't have to run them back yet because I don't have my upgrades to my jetpack and stuff. And then I put them in a bunch of caches. And then once I got to the stage I can then collect them faster, I then went and brought it all back to my base. Now my base is absolutely overwhelmed with loot, which is awesome. I love it.
Nice.
I love it when that happens.
I've been playing V Rising, playing another playthrough of that since they went release.
Well, you know that there's a little sponsored event coming up that Kismet's going to be doing on a server for V Rising, so you're invited to come join me for that as well. So there we go. I can't tell you. That's all I can tell you because NDA. I can't tell you anything else.
I hear you.
But when it comes up, I will be advertising it, and I'm going to just start a server and. Probably play for like an hour or two. Again, I got so many games going at the same time. I have a feeling like all of this stuff is going to drop at the same time right during my birthday. We're going to have 7 Days to Die, V Rising. We have all these other games just dropping at the same time. Pretty crazy. I'm also going to play some Ark Saturday. I think I told you that earlier. After Eco. We might ease off on Eco a little bit on Saturday and then go Ark for just a little bit. Again, another sponsored event. They sent me a code to check it out. So I like Ark. I think Ark is awesome as long as you don't have that one person who's like, hey, I'm going to do everything. And you guys just stand around and do nothing. So,
yeah, that's one I never played. I don't know. Just didn't appeal to me, I guess.
If you like brutal, man, if you like to have little flashbacks to Lineage where it's just completely unfair in the beginning where you're just getting killed by high-level mobs because people are dragging them on you. But it is like you spawn your level 1 and a level 147 dinosaur will come and chomp you at the very beginning. And you'll just die over and over and over and over until you finally establish your little base and get yourself a little guy to help you out, a little dinosaur. And then you can, start to survive. And then, again, you'll have say you got a level 50 dinosaur. Well, level 270 dinosaur will come out of nowhere and kill your dinosaur, and then you got to get another dinosaur. It's brutal. It's hardcore, everybody. But it is fun, especially with a group. I think that's probably its most fun when you're at a group, just like in Enshrouded and other games like that, when you have, the whole group working together. That's always my favorite.
Yeah, that's why I really don't play on the servers that you leave up and running. It's it's more fun with a group.
Yeah, that's why usually I have them only up when we're playing. So, you have a team of people together. But yeah, again, we're going to try to wind down that eco run this Saturday, hopefully. We're getting close to lasers. Have you been watching me use my bulldozer? Oh, man, I'm going to have the greatest time with that bulldozer.
Clips of it.
Oh, so good. And there's a excavator, too. That excavator is so awkward. I would imagine that excavator is very true to life because you're doing you're doing 3 things at the same time. You're rotating, you're doing the 10 things. Rotating the bucket, you're moving the arm inwards and outwards and upwards and downwards and all of that simultaneously. So I really feel for people who do that in real life.
Yeah, it's one I could never get used to. I almost
You're good, Twitch cops.
Dual joysticks and make it like an actual excavator.
Oh yeah. It's it's like a video game, but in real life, and you're digging in the dirt. It's really great for when you're digging down. I got it down where I could start to dig down ramps. So I could make the ramps that go down into the different areas. By the way, I made myself a whole factory, too. I made myself an asphalt factory. I actually finally started doing something other than making roads.
You started doing some production.
Yeah, so I did some production. So I made, I have it making my own mortar, which then I realized I needed for the old stuff, but not the new stuff. I got it making cement, and I have everything right in the desert so that I can grab all the resources that are nearby and just put it in there instead of having to run the resources
nice.
all the way back every time. But if I get like iron or something like that, I run it back to Rose. But I actually made this super long tunnel with that thing, and it cuts easy 5-10 minutes off that road to go out there. So you just go through that tunnel, make a left, make a right, and it just takes you straight to that area. So it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and even if I don't get the road done, I'm making a bunch of asphalt tiles, and I'm going to replace all of those tiles with asphalt tiles. Hopefully before we get the lasers going, but if not, no big deal. At least I got to there, and I got to learn a little bit about the, making power and doing all of that fun stuff. Again, I let all my team do all that stuff, everybody. I let them do it all. All right, let's just call it there, bro, before something pops up and we decide to go one more.
I keep watching the map. I'm like, I need to stop.
Yeah, it's addicting. All right, let's see. Oh, I'm going to lose my sunny lumberyard for 14 hours. Yeah, I still got a day. There's 123 per hour. I'm going to lose out. We'll see how much that is. 123 times...
Good defender.
Hey, sorry. 123 times 14. Around 2,000 pieces of 8. I'm not defending squat. I'm out of here. I don't like to be forced to do stuff, and I can't repair the location either. See, I think that if you're going to force me to do it, and I don't want to do it, at least let me repair the location so it doesn't cost me 14 hours. So I can just use my resources to fix it. But it doesn't. You're forced to wait 14 hours. You're penalized for not doing that. And bite me. That's what I say.
Yeah, they definitely should let you repair it.
Yeah, let you repair it. Let you, make it optional. Or just take it out of the game. I don't know. Leave it in there for people who want to do it, but don't force everybody else to do it. And especially don't penalize people for not doing it. That sucks. But yeah. All right, we're heading out. We'll see you, man.
All right, bud. Have a good one.
All right. Time. Hit the button a little early there. Time for the Kevin Love trade, everybody. Let's go. Let's get it going on. We're going to roll out here a little early so I can rest up, come back and do it again. Keeps coming up telling me I got to defend my thing. You know what I say? Bite me. I don't have to do squat. I'm going to log off, and then when I come in 14 hours from now, when's that going to be? When is that? 14 hours, it'll be 5 p.m. So after 5 p.m., it'll go back to making me some cash. So yeah, it's 2,000 pieces of 8 I'm going to lose right there. And then let's see if I stay in the game and it keeps coming up with those over and over again. If I play for 8 hours or 12 hours or whatever, I'm just getting penalized over and over and over again. It really sucks. I've probably lost about 60 hours so far in production from those defense things. It really sucks. It's a bad mechanic. You don't want to penalize your players. It just makes them leave the game. It's just a dumb idea. But what do I know? I've only been gaming for 50 years. I know gamers, everybody. And I know that sucks. That sucks big time. But I love all the other stuff. They did a great job on everything else. I really enjoy especially the fleet management and the empire management thing. I absolutely love that. But we'll wait till Rotisserie G comes back next week before we go and do the bosses and we do all the fleets and stuff like that, so he can be involved in that and he can get his as well. So we can take on all the different new bosses and things and monsters. So what are we doing? I'm going to do my schedule right over here. All right. Now, there could be a bonus stream tomorrow. Again, we call it a bonus stream for a reason because who knows what time it's going to be because I got a bunch of stuff I got to do first. But I'm going to go ahead and do what I call a triple play, where we're going to be playing Planet Crafters, the primary game, and then a secondary Fallout 76, which we'll go in and just do our dailies. And then also some Skull and Bones as we make sure our factories are running. And, of course, if we come back tomorrow about this time, which is in about, let's say we do it at 3 o'clock. That's going to be 12, 13, 14 hours from now, and that's going to have a massive amount of pieces of 8 that we can then grab, use for upgrading our brigantine, and then also use it for upgrading all of our locations as well. And I didn't really need my brigantine that much anyway, so I was fine. Thanks to all the peeps right there. TM. Oh, I got to go. Oh, I'm going to do that after stream. I better write that down right now before I forget. Let's show some love to the chat, everybody, for that donation. Donation to get the season pass. So I'm going to go unlock that season pass. Thanks again, TM, for that donation to unlock that season pass. I'm going to go do it right now, and then we'll check it all out the next time we come in stream. And then, of course, also on Saturday, like I was talking about, we're going to play some Eco. I'm also going to kind of double that up with some Arc. After that, we'll play for just a little bit, see what's new. Check out Arc Extended, which is Ascended, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, definitely going to have some fun doing that. Now, you can't help out the stream, everybody, by simply going over here and showing some love real quick. Just takes a moment. Pop on over to youtube.com/KismetBP by clicking that link. Or if you're already there, hit that subscribe button, hit the follow button, leave a comment of raking it in, everybody. We're raking in the cash. We're raking in the cash, a good one as well. Twitter.com/KismetBP. Hit that follow button over there. Retweet, like, all that. I see we got 6 over there. I can't remember if I gave you the caps for that or not, so I'll just give you some more caps for it. Great thing about my bad memory, everybody, is you guys make out like bandits. Or when I screw up on stream. Make sure to check out the Discord, discord.gg/Kismet. Check out the website, kismet.gg, and especially consider becoming a patron over on patreon.com/Kismet. That's the best way to help support the stream, everybody. It absolutely is. Remember that 95% of that goes right into the stream, as opposed to on Twitch where they take half of it, and it's hard to survive. But I do what I can. I just make it every month, everybody. Just make it past into the next one. One of these days, hopefully, if I get to 200, 300, 500 subs, it'll actually pay for itself. I will see. And if it doesn't, that's just fine as well, everybody. I enjoy doing it. As long as it can sustain itself, even at a minimum level, I'm cool. I'm cool with it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and shower you guys with a bunch of Kiss Caps for hanging out all the way to the end of the stream. There you go. That's for future giveaways, and there's going to be a bunch of giveaways this month. I'm going to give you guys stuff for my birthday. That's right. Pretty cool. So we're going to see you guys again later this afternoon at some point, Friday afternoon. Be watching my social media. That's another good reason to go over there and follow all of that. So you'll get alerted. Also hit the follow button here on Twitch and on Kick and on Facebook. So you'll get alerted when I go live. And if I'm doing giveaways, I'll let you know that as well. So pretty cool. All right. We'll see you then, everybody. Bye, everybody.
Hi, this is Norbert. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. We'll see you all next time. Bye.